And hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these beautiful people around me are your friends for the evening? No, other way around. Are your heroes for the evening and my best friends.
We're not friends?
We could never be friends, chat.
We've seen what you do in the dark. Anyways, sorry we're running a little bit late today. Sometimes the darkest dungeons dwell within. But anyways, we are Hard Knock Dice. Like I said, we're going to be continuing our Across Eberron campaign. But before we do, let's do an exclamation mark charity in the chat. Por favor. We are raising money with Extra Life for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So think about clicking on that link. Thank you for the Hydra. Click on that link right there. Go donate. Go be a hero. Open your hearts and wallets to a really good cause. And yeah. So, anything else? Any other announcements or anything? Can't think of anything.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. In that case, last we left off, our heroes are in a tour. The undead hordes are upon the city. Yedril is within the city walls himself. His fortress hovers above the Crimson Monastery. Our heroes were met in the streets of Aetur, Ganowin's hometown, by Yedril himself, Koshik's father, Gorham's source of vengeance, and Marshal of Undead Legions for Karnath, previously known as. They fought very briefly before realizing that they were outnumbered. Outpowered in this instance after a very long day of saving citizens from the beginnings of Yedril's fledglings, his minions. Low on resources and on health, they attempted to flee using every last little bit that they had trying to escape. Unfortunately, during that process, our hero Artyom fell. They saw Yedril strike down Artyom, his soul or something similar, clawing back for his body, but instead being absorbed into the bone-carved staff that Yedril holds in his hands. Fleeing here now, they bring Artyom's body into a back alleyway, away from Yedril and Abraxia the Death Giant and other Bone Knights that now are heading back to the Crimson Monastery to finish a ritual they are here to do. Koshik, with a diamond given to her by Yedril, saying that the first one is on him, cast Revivify. The diamond shatters. And as she gets to the oh-so-familiar cabin that she's been to, familiar for better or for worse, opening the door, not Artyom, but instead Arandis Vol, Lady Ilmarrow, Lich, and the only holder of the Mark of Death. She opens the door, Koshik, introducing herself as what you can call her. Come in, child. Please. As the door itself swings open, you see a table and a small kitchenette, vaguely familiar to you, but not quite. She says, please join me. Let us have some tea. She turns her back towards you and not walking, but her long dress, her very pale skin, thin and lithe, and at the top of her head, sort of spiraling off into draconic horns, her eyes just this deep sunken blood red, as she drifts across the floor, gliding, and takes a seat at a small wooden table with a couple of wooden chairs. And a pot of tea sits upon the table. She holds her hand out and beckons for you to come sit down.
Kaushik will enter the cabin, closing the door behind her, and with a 16 plus 7 for a total of, oh no, math, 23. Anybody can confirm?
16 plus 7?
Yeah.
23.
Oh yeah, I'm good at math. On a deception check, Kaushik is going to on one knee in front of Miranda's fall, hoping that kneeling will help disguise her fear for reverence in her kneel, and a very shaky Lady Vole will leave her mouth. Kaushik would never dream of disobeying her directly to her face, and that is why she has decided to enter the cabin instead of leaving.
What was your total on your deception check?
23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a 30 on her insight check, she looks you over and says, "There is no reason to be scared, child. I mean you no harm today. Please, come sit with me. We do have much to discuss."
Okay. I will return to my feet and and get right back off into a chair.
She, as you sit down, takes the ashen gray teapot, sort of laced with gold, pours out a cup of tea for you, sets it back down, holds her own cup in front of her, considers you for a minute, and a bit, it's not levity, but just just a slight smile at the very ends of her mouth almost the entire time. I never wanted it to be this way. This is tragedy. This is the lesser of all evils.
What exactly are you referring to?
The method in which Yidril has chosen to bring me back. It's awful. And I am so sorry it has cost you so much, so many others as well. But you see, child, this is my realm. There is nothing permanent here that I cannot fix. Your friends, she waves a hand and the steam off your tea sort of floats for a moment. And you see, just for the briefest moment, a reflection of Artyom's face. Changes once more. You see a red, bearded dwarf, Elgrim, for a moment. The blonde-haired humanoid woman, your mother. So the steam just drifts and fades to the ceiling. It can all be undone. All of it.
How?
With my return. and only my return.
You can bring them back.
Of course, girl.
Can I roll an insight check?
Absolutely.
And 16 plus 9 for a total of 25.
16 plus 9. It's very good. For one, the nature of this person in front of you is alien in nature, almost. The way they act, the way they talk is just sort of foreign and devoid of feeling. She brings up your friends, but there's no care for it. She knows you care for them, so she brings them to you. But you look over at a being that is able to intervene in this realm that you made or at least you thought you did. The woods were your construct. Oh, we lost somebody. The woods were your construct. The cabin was your construct. Yet here she sits. Who's to say what kind of power this entity holds? You know Yidril has the power to resurrect and animate. You know you can do the same. Why couldn't she?
How did you end up here? Coming in, I expected someone else.
This is my domain, child. I oversee these boundaries between life and death, ushering and allowing souls to come from here and there. This is where I dwell.
Why bring up my friends? What would be in it for you bringing them back for me?
A devout follower as yourself? You and your friends seek now to stop Yidril. That needs to cease. I know you must look upon Karanath and what has happened here. See the tragedy, heartache that Yidril has taken back. I have only seen him for so long. He is a soldier. He is carrying things out as a soldier would. The same as your friend Gandalwin. They know but one way. I had no say in the matter.
And in coming back, what's your goal?
Is that what you wish to know? My goals.
know the future of Karnath, of Eberron, of everything. If you come back to rule, what's going to happen to everyone?
Things will continue as they always have. There is no reason for them to change. The only difference is a new ruler. Rulers fall, kings and queens and emperors alike. A new one into the fold makes this world no different.
And if we continue in our persecution of Idril, we need to try to stop him from bringing you back.
Then you
We
will
succeed.
perish.
Well, if we succeed.
My child, there is no success for you here. If you cannot see that now, you have fallen to some fanaticism. Perhaps it was Gorum that implanted that within you. But if you cannot see beyond that, then I am afraid you are too far gone. You can save lives here, Ilsa. Not only can you save lives, you can bring those back that have been cheated.
How do you expect me to help you? What am I supposed to do?
Nothing.
You're not
Simply,
gonna be able to stop the Vanguard. Anything I say won't be able to change their minds, even if you change mine.
but you can. You can stop them. You underestimate yourself. Look. She waves her hand, the cabin, the forest, everything goes away in smoke. You sit now above your friends in the alleyway, looking down at yourself, eyes closed, hands across Artyom's form, diamond shattered and swirling with black and like white energy going across his form. Time is going by ever slow. You see, as you cast the spell, your breath moving, ticking by. This time, obviously, wherever you are and whatever she is showing you is not passing at the same rate as whatever outside world is. You see Milo in his armor kneeling down, his faceplate shifting up slowly. You see Jeremiah turn towards a wall and away from the scene, his tunic pulled up to his cheek, wiping away what looks to be tears. You can stop this.
If I agree to help you, can you bring Artyom back now?
It would not be now, though time does flow differently here. In the future and very soon, yes, I can. Waves a hand, smoke once more, and you're now standing in the middle of the woods with her. Sort of hands folded together and in front of her, and she just waits.
How soon? In the future, when I leave here, when I leave this place and go back, will Artyom be alive?
No.
Why? If this is your domain, you can bring him back. You can do whatever you want. Why can't you bring him back?
His soul does not dwell here, or in any realm in between. It instead remains trapped. My child, and she steps forward a bit closer to you. While I do respect how much thought you are putting into this, it is no choice at all. It is the way it has to be. Stop. It is nonsense for you to keep going. You and your shining vanguard are beat. Out of your element, to no fault of your own. Child, there is no shame in trying and failing. You have a chance to right those failures. Make that decision.
DM, I have a question.
Sure.
Understanding that this is her domain, this is also my domain. The forest and the cabin are all constructs of my creation, correct?
Sure, there are constructs of your mind that you have put into the spell, yes.
Is there a way that I can add constructs that I can, like, I don't know if it would be something I need to roll for or anything. I don't even know, like, essentially, like, flexing, I guess, my power to her. Is that something that I could potentially do? Like,
Tell me the intent and the goal here.
I'm
Be upfront with me.
concerned. Kaushik's mad.
Okay.
Kaushik's mad because she doesn't want Lady Volt to be correct. And she doesn't feel like Lady Volt is correct in that there's nothing that the Vanguard can do except for give in or lay down and die.
Mm-hmm.
So what she wants to do is, I don't know, I'm thinking some sort of some sort of barrier, like the steel bars type, like a cage or a jail, in which to put her, not as like actually trying to hold her, but as a trying to flex that this isn't just you.
Okay.
I can do this too, type of thing.
Okay. So you're attempting to put her into bars and just imprison her right here in the middle of these woods, trying to hold her here. Okay.
Like I'm assuming it's not gonna hold her here because again, she's much stronger than I am. But like, I want her to feel like she's underestimating me.
Okay. So you're trying to intimidate her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I
Okay.
need to roll for that.
Give me an intimidation check. I'll give you a DC beforehand.
Natty
What do you
20,
what
natty
do you
20.
what do you have to intimidation?
+3.
+3. Okay. Intimidation versus her wisdom saving throw. What'd you get?
14 for a total of 17.
Okay.
Look,
17.
close to a 20. It's right by a 20. The 20s are right there. I could just like that, and it flipped too far. It went to 8 instead.
The bars go up. Solidify around her. Am I to take this as a no then?
And Kaushik is going to turn around and start walking from the direction that she came.
You turn around. Lady Vol is standing right there in front of you as soon as you turn around.
God damn it.
At this point, this is no choice. You and yours will die. Accept this opportunity that I give you to live. Take it graciously and with thanks. She holds her hand out as the cage, the woods, everything levels in an explosion around her. You see for miles and miles, trees have been lit on fire. Now embers and ruin lay around her. A true master of this realm of death as you look up and smoke floods the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Accept it. You start to hear movement in the burnt down woods. Do you say anything to her?
Yeah. Kaushik is going to fall to one knee once again. And, she is going to say, Yvonne, it was an honor. And then get up and try to leave again.
You look up from your knelt down position and you feel completely locked into place. You make a mockery of me. You deny this request. When I am out of here, and make no mistake, I will return, and there is nothing you nor your vanguard. Don't make that face. That hurts my feelings.
No, that's Kaushik's making that face at Lady Bull as she's talking.
She says this movement starts along the sides. You just hear movement. You can't see anything, not being able to turn your head now. When I am out of here, beetles will feast upon your eyes as beetles start crawling up on your body, and your eyes out of your skull. Roaches will feast upon your ears as you feel crunching and crawling into your ears. And worms will feast on your tongues as you feel worms start squiggling around in your mouth. Forever! As it all explodes. Everyone around RTM's body right now, Kaushik, is thrown 30 feet into a wall away from RTM's body. And that's where we're going to switch.
Obviously reacting to that.
Over to Gandalwin.
Hi, that's me.
Not my tongues. Get the worms out of there.
All right. Gandalwin, you've made the decision
Yes, sir.
that your friends need to make their way back towards Nighthold, back towards safety. You know one of you has already fallen. You know RTM. You've let you know through the mental link. You know the mental link will not last for much longer either. Yeah, no, the mental link is persistent magic. I'm going to say that persists once cast. So you know you have just a few minutes. You have about 30, somewhere around 30, not exactly sure, veterans that were on the eastern wall with you as you make your way towards the Crimson Monastery. You're working your way and you start, where are you at in relation to the veterans who are just in the street right now?
I am, like I said, I am trying to lead them on the quickest path to get us to the monastery, hopefully still ahead of the undead and Yidril and Abraxia and fucking Boris. I'm just trying to get them there ahead of all the what's coming.
Okay. You know where the arches are, which is where they were fighting, or at least around that area. You don't know much other than that. You know, in relation to you, you're about as far away from the Crimson Monastery as they would be. As long as you guys are moving about the same pace, you'll get there around the same time. You're hoping to get there a little bit quicker than that. You taking them through streets, mostly the fastest way to get there. Alleyways and small crevices and stuff is no way to move 30 people.
Right.
You know there are other veterans that are making their way as well, but they're at this point split up in the city, making their way towards the Crimson Monastery, hopefully getting there without issue. But you know undead have been released into the city.
Mm-hmm.
You're going through like a business area, like almost a government building district. Getting closer, you see eventually the pyramid, not breaking in the buildings, just above the buildings. And you see it in Yidril's fortress flying above it every now and again when buildings part just enough for you to see it. So you know where you're going as you lead them to this area. As you get here, come to a like a side of a concrete wall that has been busted out completely. It has gone from completely put together where undead has not been in to what almost looks like a war-torn landscape here in this particular district. There are small fires here and there. Embers glow on the ground. As you're making their way through, and I'd like you to make a perception check for me.
You got it? That is a 25.
25. Very nice. Okay. With a 25, you don't see anything. You're looking around, and it's just almost as if feeling like the hair stand up on the back of your neck and you feel like you're being watched. What do you do?
At this point, where I'm feeling like I'm being watched and everything, how far does that put me from the monastery?
Another 10-minute walk or so, maybe 15, with all these people.
And I just feel like I'm being watched. And I didn't see anything.
You haven't seen anything, no.
And to clarify, we are still in with all the blood moons and everything. It's still dim everywhere, but it's not getting fully dark.
Well, I'll say this is it. With 12 blood moons in the sky, it is still dim light. Yeah.
I figured. Okay,
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
We don't have time to stop and look for suspicions. I just basically call out double time. We have to get there ahead of them. Just getting whatever extra speed I can out of these guys.
Okay. You turn around, you talk to what has been the leader, or at least the shot caller for this particular troop of veterans. And as you turn around giving this instruction to them, okay, let me tell my men, and turn around. And as they turn around, you looking across these 30 guys in the middle of a street at this point, some of the embers giving you a slight dim light to look around. You see movement in the shadows behind them. When you see 2 of them skewered from the darkness and lifted into the air. And you see a tall, familiar, skeletal being with black shrouded necrotic energy all around them, as these 2 veterans are just hoisted up. That familiar cackling sound that you heard back in Scairn, as it disappears, and so too do the 2 Karnathi soldiers. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and I want you to roll 4 Constitution saving throws for all of your veterans as well. After that, I'd like you to roll initiative and make sure you launch Tailspire.
Okay. So I don't have a very good Constitution saving throw. It's an 11, which I believe is gonna fail for me.
Is it 11 total?
Yeah, that's 11 total. I only got a +1.
Okay.
And then first one for the veterans is a 19 on the dice, 10 on the dice,
Okay.
17 on the dice,
Okay.
and 8 on the dice. So
All
probably
right.
pass fail.
What was the second one? Remind me.
Was a 10. It was 19, 10, 17, 8.
Okay. Yes. You are correct. All right. Let me know when you're in Tailspire and ready to go. I am
waiting on GM now.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and summon you over here. As soon as I find it, and then I'll summon our lovely stream over here. Summon players to this board. Blam. All right. There is that, and we're gonna go ahead and get into initiative mode. And then I'm gonna summon our stream over here.
Fuck. Okay.
And then I'm gonna fix some cameras. Oh, I didn't put a little RTM camera on this one. Whoops. Ripsy daisy.
Ooh.
Oh no. God dang it, Milo. You and your camera. There we go. All right. You beautiful people. Let me get these faces zoomed in on so y'all can see it. Yep. Come here, Azur. You're not getting away from it either. Zoom in, zoom in. There we go. All right, well, we're all fixed.
Zoom in enhance.
Ignore that top right. That's where some loser used to be. I'm just playing.
I'm
just playing. All right, wonderful. I have already pre-rolled out my initiative here. But before we get some initiative,
I bet they rolled better than me.
I don't know. I rolled fairly badly on initiative.
I rolled shit. So the only thing that may save me is my bonus. So.
All right. sorry. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I am bad at my job. I didn't have things ready. All right. You said pass fail, correct? For
Yes.
our
Yeah.
lovely veterans here.
Yeah, 19, 10, 17, 8.
Okay.
And I rolled an 11 total.
All right. Wonderful.
That's genius.
I am gonna see if.
Appreciate it, big dog.
Oh my god! I just threw a veteran into a wall. Well, we'll say that one got, and then he was one of the ones that was thrown away.
Lord. He getting that Koshik treatment, getting thrown into a wall.
The Carnathi apartment building's looking fucked up.
All right. I would like to. Oh, you're right there in the front, but we can put you in a little square right there. Okay. These two right here are gone.
I can't even figure out where you're fucking placing these.
That's okay.
All the streets look the same.
That's okay. I wonder if I can change hit points as a group. Can I do that, Tailspire?
That'd be sick.
No, I can't. Okay. All right. Well, I can track it on here pretty easily since they all took the same amount. We said pass fail, correct?
Correct.
Gandalf, when you were in the fail group, correct?
Yep. I
41
am probably.
41 points of necrotic damage to you.
40?
41.
You got it.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep. Ow.
And then half to those that succeeded. Okay. 25 to 20. Gandalf, what's your initiative?
My initiative is a 12.
It's a 12. Okay. What's
I
your
rolled the
dex?
4. I have a 20 dex.
You have a 20 dex. Gandalf, you are going first.
Holy Jesus God. How did everybody in initiative roll this fucking dog shit?
Well, the next highest, since you will find out very quickly anyways, is the Bone Claw that you tied with at a 12, but its dex is
Gotcha.
not as high as yours. And
Gotcha.
then all the other ones were very, very bad.
I don't know where I am here on the map.
Oh, I lied. You're right here.
I don't even see I see nothing. I don't think the mini is assigned to me.
How would that not be assigned to you? That's your
No
mini,
idea.
dog.
I got nothing. Nothing.
That's your mini, homie. It's not assigned
Yeah.
to you. What the frick?
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't see shit. Oh my God. Look at all these dudes.
Okay.
That boy's got some beards.
All
Beards on
righty
'em.
then.
Okay.
You're actually not going first. V3, which is our third veteran group there, so yellow team is actually going before you by 1. And then everybody else is after you at 3, 3, and 8 respectively.
Holy shit.
Yep. When I say I didn't roll well, I didn't fucking roll well for anyone.
So I was saved by getting to add my wisdom to my initiative.
All right. I am actually going to take it out of initiative roll just for right now. V3 is going to immediately ready in action to hit anything that comes within swinging distance. As they turn around, look towards the sky, and don't see anything right now. This thing is no longer around you guys. That is going to bring us to your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, question. How rough do all these guys look? Just off of that initial fucking grab 2 people and yoink and like jumped.
The guys that jumped on that succeeded are around bloodied, bloodied, not like that area.
Right.
Those that got hit full force are hurt pretty badly.
Really bad.
Correct.
They're hurt. They're in pretty bad shape.
Correct.
Okay. And I got hit really fucking hard.
Okay. Yeah.
That was,
Sorry,
that
I
was a sucker
didn't mean
punch.
okay. That was
If I've
weird.
seen. That was a sucker punch if I've ever seen one. God damn, my camera is a little wonky. I need quick idea of distance. Okay, so these are like 40-foot tall things. And kind of, we are headed in the direction of the monastery, right? So
Correct.
kind of west, northwest, or whatever would be towards the monastery.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing, it will just absolutely fucking bop us really bad. These guys are already hurt. Not well, and so am I. So, I'm just gonna turn to these guys and just call out to all of them. Scatter into twos and threes. Everybody make your way to the monastery separately. Whoever can get there has to get there.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay. I'll try. I'm trying. Unfortunately, the disadvantage is cocked. So it would have been a 19, but instead it's a 5.
5. You get quick rejection, and they're just the thing will pick us up one by one. It's better to stick together. Different voices calling out, he's right. Everybody backs together. As you see them start to like clump together, holding there and just like looking around.
Knowing full well that it can fairly regularly do large amounts of area of effect damage.
Well, I'm just to give me here. You saw it do that. You were attacked by 2 of them in Scairn. You saw
I saw
one
do it
of
once.
them do it, and once during that entire exchange.
Okay, I thought there were a couple teleports. Okay.
Yeah, I think you saw the second one do it once as well. I'm trying to remember if RTM got hit by it immediately.
If we did the.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I
what
can't.
you doing,
I can't
Dandelion?
quite recall.
I have the not battle music going on is what I got.
I just fucking cursed myself, and I'm not entirely sure where it went. So just. All right. The numbers then. Oh, okay. And I'm gonna shadow step almost straight up to the corner of this building.
Okay. All right.
Straight up, and I know it had to have gone somewhere. I'm seeing if I can see it from up here.
Give me a perception check.
Dropped a natural 1 for 22.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. So bonus action up here, perception check to look around, action to perceive. You don't see the creature itself, but you do see slipping off the edge of the building 2 Karnathi veteran corpses off and then fading back against the darkness. Something.
Can I get God's flashlight for which building I see that?
Yeah, right around here.
So right in this, okay. And assuming these directions are accurate for the compass rose, I'm just gonna call down to them because this is an action to perceive.
Yeah.
Watch southwest.
Watch southwest. Gotcha. They all. I'm gonna give them I'm gonna give them 4 intelligence checks we'll call them survival checks. That's a survival skill. Which it doesn't matter. They don't have that. So these are.
Oh, or I guess I wouldn't necessarily know the directions either.
You're trained in survival. You could.
Yeah, I'm trained in survival, but I'm also in that isn't something that would be used military-wise. So if you'll allow me to retroactive say instead, I know the way they're facing. Watch 11 o'clock instead. Yeah. Hoping military uses clock directions for that kind of information giving.
Yeah, you call out 11 o'clock and you see veterans all in that direction. Okay. And in your turn there, brings us to this gentleman. Oh, freaking hit it and then revealed it. Right, stream ignore that. That shouldn't be there. I'm not sure why it is. It's interesting. All right. So this thing breaks its nat 20 stealth.
Well, hello there.
You see it as it lets out that cackling noise from within, its long claws dragging the ground below it or beside it, making just scrapes all over the ceiling that it's on currently. I'm gonna say high it goes for you, and low it goes back in to pick another 2 off. It's a 15. It's gonna try to go for you.
Bitch.
See if it does not get its jump back. All right, I'm gonna give it a what movement speed? These things, I don't think these things can fly. They can't. Okay.
Good. Stay over there. Fucking punk ass skeleton.
I am gonna give it a quick little check though here, just to go across some of the areas. It's an 18.
Triple backflip.
No, but it will do 40 feet. Well, 35 feet to get right here. And then
That's bad.
15 feet. Give it one more. Natural 20. Uses its action and its move to get here. But as it just raking its claws on behind it as it jumps, and it's just fluid as it does it. You just hear the grinding of the bone against the roof as it jumps across, and then once again jumps across and is immediately behind you. He wasn't trying to hide, but I am gonna give these guys some perception checks to see it. Okay. All right. 2 of the groups are still kind of looking at 11, but off-turn words, 1 and 4 are just gonna call back. He went that way and point up at the building towards where you're standing currently. And you see them, all of them turn that way. Ending the Bone Claw's turn, these guys can't get up there with you in any sort of form or fashion. So I'm gonna say V4, V1, and V2 already actions, and you see all of them like Major League batters, hammers, swords, and everything at the ready, and like a couple of them just like start nodding their head. They want you to jump down in the middle of them. They make like a little, they're gonna move a little bit.
Do any of them have any kind of, is there any kind of ranged weaponry among these guys?
You see various, this isn't like these guys have some ranged weapons, but most of them have melee weapons like almost ready to go. You see some of these guys in the back will actually pull out actually let's see. I might be robbing to, I'm a liar. You see some of them in the back that aren't like immediately in this circle ready with melee actions, bring out a heavy crossbow and just sort of aim it at the middle of the circle. Ready. All right. Okay. Ending that, that's the end of the turn. That brings us to the top of the initiative. Dakad, if I could get you to tell me what you're doing this turn, as well as describe your character for me.
Oh, whoa.
Holmes?
Dakad.
Hey.
Look.
I saw you launch Tailspire, you fucking bitch. Knew something was fucky.
Oh, where am I at?
I'll show you in just a moment.
Hell. Oh, I mean, Karnath.
The cod is a old as fuck orc, and he's got a big old wizened beard, and is just kind of chilling in nice loose clothes. And on his right hand, his entire forearm is missing, and it is a slab of pure jade that seems to just move as if it were made of rubber. It's just a completely flexible piece of stone. Well, it doesn't wiggle in the wind, but it twists and bends easily to his command. And right now, I would say in this situation, he's probably not even walking around. He's probably just casted fly and is seeing this happen as he's moving from place to place.
Okay. Go ahead and mark fly off for me. We'll say you have cast that to sort of track these creatures that you have seen causing so much destruction in this area. Dakad, a little bit of backstory. You know there is more than one of these things somewhere in this, not in this specific area, but in this general neighborhood of Aetur. And
Okay, if I were particularly tracking these things, then I would probably have mirror images up instead of probably casting fly.
okay,
'Cause-
instead of flying.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which won't actually look like mirror images. It'll look like a bunch of green motes of flame that are just kind of swirling around him in a sort of defensive type kind of pattern.
Okay.
Oh, and his entire hand is currently on fire
Hell
with
yeah.
green flame.
The jade one or the one
The
that is
jade
regular?
one.
Okay.
The other one has a sword with a really weird looking hilt on it. It's got a curved hilt.
He's a Sith.
Jesus. All right, what you doing, Jakad?
Do I see this guy over here? I need to get pulled to the board.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Boy,
Yes,
that old man looking. Look at that beard.
you do in fact see this thing towering over some dude with a couple of kukri, a bow, and is standing on the edge of a building right now, and it looks like he's probably a goner. So best to protect the people under, not that guy.
That's fair. That's fair. That dude looking kind of homeless. I'm sure he can't do anything anyway.
What is all this stuff that's on fire underneath him, in between all these dudes?
These are just embers of ruin of various like street lamps and lanterns that have fallen over and caught things on fire that were knocked over in some of the destruction.
All right, well this kid, well I guess he doesn't look a kid anymore because he got
38.
Yeah,
Look,
he got
about
aged up.
38.
He's a dude.
He's the dude. Well, like a guy looking dude. He's kind of short.
Yeah, I'll oh no, that's the wrong thing. I'll yell out to him, "Get out of here, son! These things are gonna be fucking you up anytime soon." And
What?
I will run to the edge of this building.
Okay.
And
Best of all.
I mean, when you have Tusk, you just kind of sound a little bit like Sean Connery. You just have to have your
All right, Dekal, what you doing?
well, since that guy is kind of out of my range right now, and I don't want to crisp this dude, I will, I will fire bolt it, and I will make sure I'm blade singing.
Okay. Bonus action blade sing. We'll go ahead and roll that roll for firebolt.
Hell yeah, that's a great way to start off a new character. So I'm assuming the natural 20 hits.
Indeed, it does.
All right.
It's also a grave domain cleric, so it cancels the.
Oh, you son of a bitch. So that's 2 2s and a 10, so 28 fire damage. And of course the fire that comes out of, he kind of throws up his jade fist, twists it, and the flames that are already there just kind of coalesce into a lance of flame that just shoots into the front of this thing.
So Gain, when you
And
go
that's
ahead.
my turn.
Okay. Gain, when you just see this orc run up, shout that you need to get out of here, that you're about to get fucked up, and then just green
No
flame
shit.
breathing the necrotic energy in the bone, like scorching the bone in front of you. But the cackling sort of never stopping from this thing, just going. I'm not going to try to laugh right now. I'm going to make myself look like a fool. But ending to Cat's turn, that's going to bring us to V3, who still readies their turn. ranged attacks and melee attacks alike. Come on, bring him down. Which brings us to your turn, Gandalf.
Why do they want to die? Why do they want to die? Jesus.
What are you waiting for? Bring him down.
I'm going to ignore these morons because I'm going to try to keep them alive a little longer. Once again, we'll play Ring Around the Rosie punk ass, and I'm going to shadow step over across the way. Fuck you. Just like almost stepping backward, like I'm gonna fall down, and just sinking into that shadow, and then popping back up on that corner. I'm hoping it's still gonna want to kill me. Also, since some dude just firebolted it, maybe it'll want to go up there. And as I get over there, I'm just gonna yell down to them, just ready bows and crossbows for when it crosses between roofs. Because I want to be alive, just in case it can get to me. I use my action just to mutter a short phrase in Delkir, and just black smoke pouring from the ends of my sleeves, outside of like the cuff, all of my cuffs and everything out of my jacket, and just kind of encircle me, leeching like all of the color out of all of my clothes, my skin, my hair, except for the eye, casting blur.
Okay, sick. Cast blur on yourself. All right. Anything else for your turn, Gandalf?
That's bonus action. I've told them what I think they need to do. I've got the bow out just in case that I'm ready to I can try to shoot it if it does not get on top of me again.
Okay. All right. Which does bring it to its turn. I am gonna say 1 through 5, it goes for them down below. 5 through 10, it goes for you. 10 through 20, it goes for Dekad.
Who just firebolted the shit out of it.
Correct.
That's fair.
It is a 5.
Fuck.
Oh,
Goodbye,
no.
my friends.
No.
That is a 5. I gave them a chance here.
They're like, bring him down. It's like, no, we don't want it down there. And it hurt them. It was like, oh, you want some, and just.
I will say they have an intelligence of 13. So
that's smarter than me.
That's true.
It sees you trying to kite it as it sort of starts dragging its nails across here, across the ceiling behind it, and you think it's going to try to run at you once more, Gandalf. And as it does, he just... I'm going to give it a dexterity saving throw really quickly to see if it has damage. It does that.
False prone.
So that's 30 feet up. So that would be 2d6 halved. It will take 7 down to 3 bludgeoning damage for the fall. Trying to be cool. Also, I didn't think about fall damage before I did it. And then all the readied actions go off.
Yeah, fuck them up.
Oh yeah, get that ass.
Okay, so the way I'm gonna do that is
Except they have +3 to attack.
No, they are veterans, so they have
Hell yeah.
+5.
Hell yeah.
So
Woo!
green squad will attack. Will unfortunately not affect this round. Red squad will attack. Yellow squad will attack. Natural 20 for yellow squad.
Let's go!
This
is my boy.
Natural 1 for blue squad. So it
Boot party this bitch.
It will take 8, and I'm sorry. These guys hit, so flat damage for these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. Doubled 64.
Did you say 64? They just one shot it, right? It just dies. Like
No.
it pulls up and they just pat, 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 pat. It's dead.
They do a solid amount of damage, but not 64. It's halved back down.
Shit.
I have to change rules because I'm not rolling 30 fucking attack rolls. So
that's fair. That's fair.
it hops down, it gets ready to skewer a couple of people, but you see the entirety of these veterans, some of them ineffective, as it sort of just like almost said the forbidden phrase, as it just sort of almost said a different one. It just whacks away the hammers and other stuff. Trust me, the first two were worse than that. as it
Dear
does,
God.
but that allows Yellow Squad to come in with hammers, and you see just ribs break off and like vertebrae go shattering against a wall as it does, with a decent amount of damage, but it still does get its turn, which it gets 2, I believe, or does it get 3?
They really beat that thing off, huh?
God damn you to hell. It just grabs 1, roll a d4 for which crew it comes from. I roll again. If I roll a 4, I roll a 4. Roll a 1. So green
My
squad.
boys.
Which green squad succeeded on their
Green
con
squad.
save.
Are they the Jade Squad?
2, 4. I should have had these dice set aside already. What am I doing? I'm failing. I'm so sorry, guys. This was not supposed to take this long, but I am not doing well with that.
Gucci.
And 2d10, so this, then plus 2 more. 3, 9, 12. Plus 10 is 22. Plus 2 more, 22. Plus 9 is 31. 4, 50. Plus 4, 54. Skewers this guy right here, and he is no more. His other, as he goes for another one, misses that claw though, as it just says the claws sink into the building beside it, concrete spraying everywhere. Ends that old claw's turn. Brings us to V4, V1, and V2. So there we go. Two attacks for V4. Did they get 2 attacks with that? Those 2.
I believe they've got extra attack.
Yeah, they do have multi-attack attacks, but it is a heavy crossbow, which I believe has the reload.
That I don't know.
So
I don't
we're
know
just
what
blue squad's gonna get 1 hits though, for
Let's go.
an average of 6 to 4 down to 12. D1 gonna make some attacks. Oh wait, why am I rolling an advantage? Also hits. And then V2. All 3 hitting. Finding itself in the middle of a bunch of battle-hardened Karnathi soldiers is quickly not doing so hot. Okay. Ending their turn, that's going to bring us back to the top of the initiative. Deckard, what you doing? Oh wait, I need to roll to see if it gets it back.
That guy looking like he's getting fucked up down there?
Yeah, he looks like he's getting his ass kicked right now. He made a bad decision by hopping in between a bunch of mad Karnathi veterans. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them look very hurt too, as you sort of survey what's going on down there. But they look pissed the fuck off, and they are wailing on this guy.
All right. Damn. I was expecting them to need a little bit more help. Okay, well, do any of them down there look particularly messed up or anything like that? Or
yes,
like
several of them are very, very hurt. Particularly Red Squad and Blue Squad.
Fireball.
I want it to be a fair fight.
Shit. Deckard said,
Yeah,
man, that looks like a lot of XP.
That's not
yeah,
how
I'll
that
go
works.
ahead and use an object interaction, I guess, in my reaction to pull out a little slip of paper I have in my pocket, look at it real quick, and then toss it into my other hand for it to disintegrate, and then jump off the building. And and while I'm on the way down, it'll look like I grab into one of my pouch and just decide to sprinkle it with a whole bunch of coins, like I'm just throwing money at it. But before they hit the ground, those coins will ignite in green flame, and just gravity seems to enhance itself and just darts into this creature from above like they are catapulted towards it. And I'll cast Animate Objects. And I've almost pre-rolled all the attacks and damage so that we can have this going.
All right. And you said you're jumping down?
Yeah. I'm pulling out a scroll of Featherfall.
Gotcha.
As my reaction.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Last 2 damage. Okay, so the first attack is a natural 20. The second one is a 10.
Miss.
Okay, 23.
Hits.
25.
Hits.
Another natural 20.
Hits.
27.
Hits.
18, 17, 13, 22.
18, 17, 13 misses, 22 hits. Yep, all of those
Okay.
except for 2 hit.
Okay.
Accuracy through volume.
Yes, accuracy. I rolled incredibly good. That is a total of 70 damage flat.
You said 60?
70 damage flat.
70 damage.
I forgot that 2 of those were crit.
Jesus
so.
fuck.
Bow!
Fucking Christ. Okay. It's getting the shit beat out of it by coins. As you drop down, use one of your Featherfall,
Yep.
as your reaction. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm gonna hit it with 2 attacks. First one was a green flame blade.
It's animate objects, not an action to cast?
Animate objects is an action to cast. It's a bonus action to command it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right.
It's like, holy shit!
All right. Sick.
Oh, wait. Is there any one particular dude that looks like they're about to die, like right next to him? I'll just bonus action, like roll that guy out of the way with telekinesis.
They're kind of all the only guy you might be able to push out of the way is this guy on the opposite side of you who's looking very hurt. You might be able to push him into that window behind him.
Sure. I'll scoop him up with like a gesture and just like a kind of flick of the sword and just kind of like, whoop, and he just like kind of plops backwards and into the building.
Is that a strength saving throw?
I do not remember. New character, who dis?
Like, you are being rescued. Do not resist.
New character sheet, where you at? Features and traits. Telekinesis. I think it's a strength saving throw.
I believe so.
Strength saving throw is
What's your DC?
17.
Caught off guard and very hurt, you just push him and he rolls back like the window catching his knees, and he just rolls back into this building. You just hear ah! As he just gets pushed into here.
I'll just kind of call to him, rest up, lad.
All right. And in your turn there, that is going to bring us to B3. So Team Yellow here can get a roll. These guys are on fucking fire tonight. Okay. It does not look well. Ganelin, that's going to bring us to your turn. What are you doing, dog?
Okay, sick. This thing's getting its ass kicked by a bunch of coins
by
and
coins
the veterans.
and your countrymen right now.
Righteous. Well, there's a whole lot of dudes all around it already, and coins that are on fire. So I'm just gonna do what I can do from up here and just plink a couple shots from the blood bow into it.
Okay, go ahead and roll it up.
That is, I believe that is a 25 for the first one. Make sure 26 for the first one. Plus 11. And an 18.
18 also hits.
Sick. So that is 13 magical piercing and whatever this D8 is once I retrieve it from chucking it on the floor. And a 15 magical points of magical piercing. So a total of 15 plus 13, 28.
28.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Hell yeah.
Gainwin, decide its fate.
Fuck
Awesome.
yeah,
I'm glad we just fucked that thing. Okay. Fucking look at doubting my boys. Clearly, this was not the move. Just as it's getting just slapped around by all these dudes. Everybody's just hitting ribs, hitting everything. I'm just gonna put just 2 just right through the top of its skull, just shattering its skull.
Shatters the skull. Dekad, you just see bolts of what looks like blood at first, but it's got to be an arrow. Hits the top of its skull as it shatters. The skeleton falls loose bone, and you see now it's just a cobbled together skeleton of various humanoid skeletons, it looks like, and that black necrotic energy starts swirling and then shoots into the sky.
It's the same fucking ones, isn't it? It's the same guy. It's one of the same goddamn ones. Fucking hell. Yeah, and I'm just, after it's dead, I'm just gonna step off the roof, drop down, reaction to reduce the falling damage, because monk.
What the fuck was that thing?
Nothing good, obviously, and a good
Yeah.
reason to not keep here standing around. Come on, we keep going.
Where are you going?
Who the fuck are you?
You don't recognize me? Dekad the Jade Fist?
No, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Later. What's going on? Where you guys-
Get him out of that window. We got to move.
And as you're talking, those coins are just still going about their task. They're just like grinding the pile of bones into basically like flour. They're just
Nice.
just for the next minute, they're single-mindedly churning that thing into nothing.
Just imagine a bunch of coins with arms and legs, and they're just like white gloves on, and they're just like
One of these
punching
like
the
Mickey
skeleton in the
Mouse
dust.
fucking
Yeah,
coins?
essentially.
Whatever. I'm gonna assume that you're not a friend of Yidril's, and if you are, well, we're fucked anyway.
I don't know who the fuck Yidril is, but let's kill all these motherfuckers and get out of this city.
God damn it. Mr. Connery! Well, right now, we're getting to the Crimson Monastery. Has to happen. Important shit in there.
We can't.
Come if you want, go if you want to. I don't care. Come on, let's go. I'm just fucking waving these guys on like
Wait! One of them grabs your hand. It seems like a bigger, like built woman, sort of red hair braided off to either side, holding a hammer in her hand. We are hurt. All of us.
Mhm.
We are charging in the suicide. And she even nods at you. You don't look so hot either.
Don't feel great, no.
Killing ourselves is not going to make a difference.
If we can make sure that Malevenor is able to do what he needs to do, then it is worth it in my book.
There are more soldiers in the city. This is death. You hear in the distance screams start to happen from other troops. You see the other veterans sort of looking out into the alleyways and stuff.
Alright, fine. Make your way back to Nighthold. Make sure that the people are able to make their way all the way through the tunnel and hopefully eventually to Korth.
This is fine. We can fight. We need to regroup. We are scattered, hurt, resources low.
The fight will not be going on much longer. Alright?
What
If
do
you
you
want
mean?
to find more people and try to circle back and try to break through the undead that are collapsing on the monastery as we speak, fine. Otherwise, get to Nighthold. Keep escorting people out of here. I have to be sure that this is happening. I can't risk it.
What is happening?
You know, the
That's a
ritual
good
to make our soldiers. the undead.
Right.
Idril and his forces are going to capture the monastery, and they are going to resurrect everybody who has died here tonight as one of them. Has to be broken or prevented somehow. Go if you want. Circle back if you want. I have to go there now. I'm just gonna turn around. I'm just gonna I'm
Once again,
shadow
she grabs
stepping
you.
onto the roof. I'm already gone. Shadow stepped up onto the roof. I don't have time to waste. I can't sit here and argue with her.
Make a
I teleport. She can't hold on to me. I just
grabs onto your
sink into
shoulder.
the shadow.
Wait. Where did your friend go?
I don't know that guy. I'll see where he goes. I'll misty step to the roof and chase after him.
Right. Misty step up to the roof. Is Ganowin being stealthy?
Hey, guy!
I am hauling 110 feet worth of movement speed in the direction of the Crimson Monastery. I'm no longer leading these guys. I'm taking the straightest route that I can to get there myself.
Okay. You hear Dekad yell out, "Hey, guy," behind you.
I don't know who this old dude is. Fucking, he can do what he wants. I am on a mission. I don't have. I have no time that I can just waste sitting around chatting. I have to get there as quickly as possible.
Okay. What time does Ganowin think it is right now?
I believe the last time we checked in, we were about 4 hours off of the peak time. That was less than an hour ago because it was 4 hours away when the mental link was established. So whatever time period that was, I don't know what time we established that. We were just operating off of hours until fuck zone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Until fuck.
So 3 hours and some change until that until shit is 100% going to happen the way Udra wants it to happen.
Okay. What is the COD doing?
The COD is gonna follow this random fucking dude who seems to know where the actual fight's at, so he'll move at 120 feet around with a good old fly spell and start zooming in the direction of the giant pyramid in the city. It's not too hard to. You probably can't see where Gandalf's going, or where he's poofing to, since super stealthy guy. But
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not
Not
in that
110,
direction.
So, yeah, total of 150 feet around is my movement speed. Is 45 plus 45 plus 60 teleport.
Okay. Is the COD or Ganowin being stealthy?
Probably not flying directly way up in the sky. I'm probably keeping to the edge of the rooftops so that I'm not making a big archery target for myself or something.
Sure. Let me
Right.
ask it in this way. Mechanically, are you stealthing?
No.
Considering I'm fully aware that mechanically that will be having my movement speed, I'm relying on only being visible between the rooftops, maybe when I teleport.
Okay.
So I'm minimizing the amount of time I could be seen by using my blink to go from rooftop to rooftop, and then using my regular movement to get across the rooftop. And if they hear me, oh well.
Okay. Not stealthing. Dekad, you can keep track of this figure. Are they do outpace you? I need to roll some other stuff. Okay. Cross buildings. Ganowin, you know the Crimson Monastery. You guys were there earlier today, as a matter of fact. The Crimson Monastery has a clearing around it, about 240 feet in every direction. Just a massive concrete yard, given space and respect from the city, built this way. All other buildings are pushed out and away from it, and a chain link gate. I say gate, I'm sorry, those small fences. They're like posts with just chain in between them, but they're like knee height that you can just step over. Sort of that, just sort of denoting where the land for the Crimson Monastery is. As you get up onto the closest building, I'd like you to give me a perception check.
Got it.
Momentarily, Dakad, you show up in the same space, and I would like you to make a perception check as well.
29.
That's an 18 for a 17 total.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Still relatively good. With these scores, you're sort of looking around. Gain, you see posted at every single entrance, Bone Knights on every side.
Word.
Outside with them, it looks like about 4 or 5 undead beside them as well. Basic looking undead. Along with those Bone Knights and those undead with a 29, you see a flying figure break to your left probably about 500 feet away from your location, not terribly far. Someone with a staff in their hand, a black coat sort of flowing in the wind behind him, white ponytail whipping behind him as well. As he flies, lands down in front of the Bone Knights, you see all of them snap to some sort of attention as he lands and walks in. You see everything but that last part there, Dakad.
Those are Bone Knights. I've fought plenty of those in the war. You don't want to tango with them. Not that many. They probably got plenty more inside.
Shit. I with a 29, do I hear any sounds of combat still happening, or is it just silent?
With a 29, you do hear sounds of combat happening back behind you.
Nothing from within the monastery.
0.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, even with a 29, you guys went down and into a maze of layers and layers of brick and concrete and dirt. There would be no way for Gandalin to hear what may or may not be happening that deep within the Crimson Monastery. Absolutely no way. You would know that.
And just remind me of the structure of the Crimson Monastery. Is like basically like an upside down pyramid? Or is it an actual pyramid?
No, it is an actual pyramid.
It's an actual pyramid.
Correct.
Do I know if there's an entrance at the top, or is the only entrance down at the bottom?
You don't know of any entrance at the top. You can the building that you're on is shorter than the Crimson Monastery itself, but it looks solid. The red brick looks smooth and solid up all the way to the tip of it. I would also say, I mean, Gandalin has been in there before, maybe at one point in his life, even just to pay reverence and pray. There's no way in from above that you're aware of.
Gotcha. Fuck! Shit. Is the mental link still going at this point, or has it died?
You know what? I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna give it to a roll high-low.
Always high.
All right, I'm rolling on a d20, so you want a 10 or above. 5.
5.
You reach
So
out. Nothing.
It's done.
It is dead.
There's no way we're getting down in there now. Fuck. How familiar are you with this city?
I got here about 3 days ago.
So you're not. Okay.
Sorry, kid.
It's fine. You want to help, right?
I don't want to go in there. No, that's fucking suicide.
Yeah, no shit. But you want to help, right?
I'm fighting. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. You're going to help me break someone out of jail. Hopefully before it's too late. And I'm going to start leading him along the rooftops to,
Hey, don't they call them gulags here?
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I've broken people out of jail before, but never a gulag.
It's probably just a little shittier. Yeah.
I doubt it.
I'm just gonna lead him towards the gulag.
Okay.
Stealthing this time because I need to not get noticed going that way at the very least. If nothing will meet us there.
You're gonna stealth that way. Okay, if I can get one more stealth check from each of you, if you're stealthing as well, Decod. And then perception checks again.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For Decod. How stealthy does he appear as this like green, green flaming arm old orc dude? Just like if I glanced at him, how dexterous does this guy seem?
He seems very dexterous, but he doesn't seem
Maybe very stealthy.
Under the radar, as it were.
Okay. Just as we're kind of going on these rooftops, I'm just saying, stick close to me. You're a little shiny. And I'm gonna use 2 key points to just, as my shadow just oozes out around us and kind of like goes up and like kind of over our boots and everything, and just kind of dims the light of his flames and everything. I'm gonna use those 2 key points to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Oh, that's fucking great.
What are those rolls?
Well, that turns that roll into a 21 instead of an 11.
Okay.
I rolled super bad. That's with a +5. And perception check is a 3.
Okay.
33 stealth.
Jesus fuck.
+10's a motherfucker. And wow, double 8 for a 19 on my perception.
19. Okay. You guys, Decod flying beside you. How fly is an hour?
I think fly is only 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Fly is a lot shorter, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a very agile individual. He can probably make it from rooftop to rooftop, no big deal.
I would even say at this point, at the speed both of you are going, that you're able to cover a pretty goddamn good distance in this city, as I've said before. Small and dense. Danwin running across the rooftop, shadow stepping where necessary. You don't get too terribly far until you start to hear marching in the streets below you. You look down and probably about 5 foot below you, like probably within hand touching, you could reach out and grab her bald head, Abroxia, stepping through the streets.
Awesome.
As you take Decod and like bring him back as her eyes sort of go up towards the roof line where you guys are at.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like some green flame or something caught her eye almost.
Yay for Pass Without a Trace.
Pass Without a Trace did something there. By
Yeah,
one.
Definitely did.
By 1. Oh.
By 1.
She'd have seen you.
All right.
She looks up, pauses for a moment.
Boris, you take the outside of the pyramid. Take the rest of the knights as well. Ensure no one makes their way in. Egil is going to attempt to reason with the mummy, but if that fails, we'll have to force this.
She keeps stepping through the streets and then out of sight eventually. Going back towards the gulag, where you know the general location of. That is where we'll flip back to our other group. Milo, Kaushik thrown up against the wall, trying to resurrect Artyom. Artyom lies still in front of you, cold. Eyes still open, unless someone has opened them, but dead on the ground in front of you.
Does Kaushik take any damage from being thrown against the wall?
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
2.
Milo is probably
So
reacting
many.
enthusiastically to seeing Kaushik get launched across the area, running over to her.
Are you okay? What happened?
Just coming out of a Revivify spell. Kaushik is in the same state that she typically is, regardless of being thrown against the wall or not. Blood coming out of her eyes and nose, and unconscious.
Oh, shit. Zach, what does this mean?
He says to everyone there, and the gods.
Is she gonna be all right? Do I need to carry her? Where are we going from here? Jeremiah speaks up.
Yeah, carry her for now. I don't know how long she'll be out.
Just looking over at Artyom and the not breathing he's doing.
I forget. Azur hasn't seen her do this spell, correct?
Very, very quiet, Wyatt.
You
Almost
are
unhearable.
almost unhearable.
Lord.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so Azur hasn't seen her do this spell. Gotcha.
Still super quiet.
Still very quiet, yeah.
I can hear him on my end, but stream.
Yeah, he's fine on my end as well.
Speak
That's
with your
weird.
whole butt.
Just speak into the mic a little bit louder, a little bit.
Yeah.
clearer.
Okay.
But no, you have not seen Kaushik cast this spell before.
Is she okay? Gesturing to Milo. I don't I don't know what spell she just did, but I've never
She
seen her
was-
like that yet.
Trying to retrieve Artyom. Bring him back to us.
And I need to roll it out real quick.
Oh.
You know, because I forgot to get them together before the game like a smart person would do. Okay. And managing to hold himself together by a bare thread, at least for the moment, he will retrieve Artyom himself.
Gandalin, where are you? We need to meet up. We need to figure something out.
I'm gonna give you a high or low. I'm gonna increase the chances though, because this is happening just a mere seconds after Kaushik tried.
Why do we still have the mental link if Artyom's dead?
It's persisting magic, and that's what I ruled. That's what I said
Oh,
before. Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't
okay,
matter
okay.
if Artyom
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
unconscious or not.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say 25 and lower, no go on the link. Okay.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
75. Link is still up.
Yeah.
Gandalin,
So this is why I'm still going with the veterans at that juncture.
right.
So what did you say one more time, Milo?
He had said, where are you at? We need to meet up and make a plan, basically.
Like I said, get everybody, including Artyom's body, get to Nighthold, or if getting that way is unsafe, just leave the city. The city is fallen. We gotta go.
Kaushik tried to do her thing. It didn't work.
We will figure something out later. This is fucked. We have to get out. We have to get out if there's going to be any hope of us regrouping. We have to somehow convince the king or whoever over in Korth that something has to be done now before Hedril has a chance to really solidify his power and whatever the fuck else is going on. Go ahead and start getting everybody out of there. I won't be too far behind.
Milo doesn't respond, just looks around to the others around him, since we can all hear it. So
Well,
Alright, well, what are we waiting for? You heard the man.
Let's get to
Well,
Nighthold
since-
if we can.
Dragging our heels.
I'll see what the situation is. Can someone carry him?
Hand him over. I'll take him.
he will, as delicately as can be done, hand Artyom to Goran and gonna do a quick scouting sortie, I guess.
Okay. Are you flying up and just looking around?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a quick perception check.
Uh, 18.
18. You look around. The immediate area. You hear some whimpering. Fairly close. Sort of take a quick look. You have, looks like a grandfather with a couple of kids inside, looking out of a window, just peeking, watching what had just gone down outside in the streets. You get a little bit closer, they just shut their door, close it shut. You hear like, and then a small nail and hammer. But other than that, nothing.
So no.
No immediate threats within about 120 feet or so.
Who's looking in the direction of Nighthold?
Okay, yeah. You look towards Nighthold. You're going all the way up, like high enough just to get an idea.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It is. I mean, there's red sort of suffusing the area, but it is still nighttime. Over in that direction, you don't see much. Not a whole lot of movement or anything.
Just pop back down.
Doesn't seem like much between us and Nighthold, but, take that with a grain of salt. Don't know what's going to be down in the streets. There's still people around. Hiding, of course. But do we move on Nighthold, or everything's gone to shit worse than we expected?
Just keeps looking over at Artyom in a way, as of speaking.
Let's get a move on to Nighthold then. I've got a group there, a vanguard. I don't know how long they're going to hold out there, but at least we need to get them moving as well. We'll see how many people we can bring along with us, but we need to double time out of here.
At what point do we just leave?
As soon as we reach the gates, then we'll give it time. But we might just have to leave, Milo. If anyone's dragging, then we can only just go. That's all I'm saying.
Gandalin, we're going to try to head to Nighthold. We'll keep you updated as long as we can.
Good. Get there. Start getting down the tunnel. There's no telling when Yggdrasil's forces will start trying to force their way in.
Alright, off we go.
He will replace the canister in his bolter and take the first couple steps, I guess.
Okay. So the rest of the Shining Vanguard starts to head towards Nighthold. Gandalin and a newfound friend starts to head towards the Gulag. Maybe. That's where we're going to go on break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon.
Whoa!
Fast as fuck, 2 hours.
That was like perfect timing.
Woo! We are. And hello, everyone.
Whoa!
Welcome back to all of us here. Having a great, wonderful time in the wonderful city of Atur, where the moons are red, the player characters are dead, the...
LMO.
Fucking Christ! Swear the Skype chat is wrong. Where there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Anyways, if you weren't here in the first half, go back and watch the VOD. Because we're gonna hop right back into it here at Hard Knock Dice. So we're gonna pick up with our Gulag crew. Gandalin,
Squad.
and Dakad,
Dab.
making their way, following this youngster compared to you, Dakad. You hear a voice in your ear, Dakad. Where the fuck are we going?
Shut up. Just fuck off.
No.
What are you talking to? Is this audible at all? I guess.
It's audible when I say it.
Okay. Okay,
It's
that's what I
audible
just
when he
wanted to
says
clarify.
it, and then like right after he says that, you hear.
What the fuck is that?
It's an onion. Just leave it alone. Pretend it's not
Onion? Are
there. Yes,
there
it's
any
spring onion.
onions?
Just ignore it. It's an asshole.
You're an asshole. Again, Gainwin.
Wait, what? Is there the asshole onion stuff? Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, shut the fuck up. God
Shut
damn
the
it.
fuck up. You continue to fly. No. Eventually quietens down. The random curse in your ear every now and again from something hiding just within your robes and pauldron.
That apparently is an onion.
Yes.
You
You can always try to take a closer look if you would
I'm
like
just,
to.
just like, crazy old man, not gonna worry about it. Not relevant right now, I suppose.
And as you, oh my god, where's all my music at?
Weirder shit has happened today.
I'm not gonna question it. All kinds of
Whatever.
shit's going to hell. Man's got a talking onion. Man's got a talking onion. Whatever.
Whatever.
Going through the Parliament district, Parliament buildings. You know of the Gulag building and its area. You know where it's at, though you've never been inside. This area is currently, as you float across the top of these buildings, countrymen every now and again laying on the ground, pushed further back than this point. It looks like somewhere closer and more central to the city, maybe the third walls of Nighthold if they were lucky, maybe some other buildings, and just inside and out of sight right now. But as you land on the last building, sort of looking at where the building you know is the prison, where, by the way, it's not a very big building at all. The building itself is maybe 30 feet across and 20 feet high or so. Very unassuming type building, very drab, pure concrete, no bricks or anything, just pure concrete straight up, big two metal doors on the front. And it's quiet around here. What are you doing?
Are there any guards and stuff still outside or no?
Make a perception check for me.
Got it.
I'll help you out. Don't worry.
23.
23. Dakar?
16. Total 15.
50.
Jesus Christ.
You don't see any movement. No guards or anything outside.
All right. So the main entrance then. If there's no one guarding this place, we should be able to just get everyone out. Fuck them.
Probably doesn't bode super well if there's nobody outside, or maybe it does. I don't know, but yeah, quiet as possible. Let's keep going. Just kind of drop off the side of the building.
Walk up. You're around.
Staying stealth. I still
Staying
moving as stealthily as possible.
Okay.
I don't know if we need fresh checks, but
No, you're good. Continue those things. Those checks from before. I say that because I rolled a natural 2. So, you make your way up to the doors. Big metal doors look like sigils of Karnath on the front, just two wolves facing in towards each other.
still shut or any
Shut.
kind of like ajar. Okay.
Shut.
Just gonna try to just gently try to open one and see if it has any kind of give or if it's locked.
Okay. You gently.
You know if these things are enchanted or anything?
No idea.
Are you from here? I mean, you've got an accent.
Yeah. I didn't make the fucking prison. I
All
don't
right.
know.
I just assumed you were a shady sort if you're burning people out of the fucking gulag, accusing me for asking a fucking question. Open it up already. Get blown up, but I'll get fucked. Just met you.
I would like to say this conversation has broken your stealth completely.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. Just shut the fuck up. Try to be silly. Is the door locked, Dungeon Master?
You said these are big doors, right?
These
Yeah.
are like fairly sizable metal doors, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, of course,
They're,
you know.
they're
I
not
bet,
massive or anything, but
yeah, I bet they're fucking well greased in this shithole of a fucking city. Yeah, they're not going to make any noise.
If anything is, this would be yes.
you start to pull on it, and are you trying to be quiet about opening the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Alright.
trying to open it because if these are pretty big doors, I shouldn't have to open it too much to be able to see inside and even slip in. So
Okay. The door starts to pull open.
just open it as only as much as I have to be able to first kind of like look inside and see if anything seems amiss.
Stick your head in. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
18. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Shit.
As you meet your forehead, meet some sort of wooden bat, maybe like a nightstick, right into your forehead as soon as you open up the door. I fucking got them. And a guy hops, like opens the door, flings it open, and like is ready to beat the shit out of you with a nightstick.
What the fuck is your problem?
Oh, you're not dead.
No shit. Get in here. Come here. Before dead come. Get in here. Fucking wave it. I swear to God, I will knock you the fuck out. Just back into the fucking place for now. Before
Why are you
dead
being
come.
so loud? Come on, get inside.
Fucking in. Shut the door.
Okay. You walk in. You see a couple of Karnathi guards. They're messed up. They're not in a great position. You see like some of their armor and padded armor has been ripped off almost. You see a guy with like his pant leg pulled up, just blood kind of dripping from his calf with a makeshift bandage across of it. And it's about 4 guys.
Shit. Okay.
Who the fuck are you?
That is way too much time to fucking explain right now. Point is, on your side, shit's bad. Yes?
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
How do I know you're on my side?
Because I would be killing you right now if I wasn't.
Yeah, tough talk from a hobo.
Can I just like flick my
Or
sword
he'd
out of
be
it?
killing you.
Yeah,
Just jerk
flick my
a thumb
sword
at him.
out of my cane and just like entirely encircle it around his head in a quick flourish and just be like, "We could kill you."
Okay.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Let's go!
That is a 9 and a 19. I'll definitely take the 19 plus 1, so 30.
Woo!
30, 20.
Yeah, 30-20. Yeah.
After you are done with the flourish, then his eyes go for the movements, like trying to track them down. Okay, maybe you could kill us.
Okay.
What do you
So-
want?
Is the headmistress Nikita? She's still here?
I am not supposed to confirm or deny this information.
Motherfucker! Alright, look. Major Boris is a fucking traitor. Alright?
He had
cut
her
down-
brought in. She was the
Ah,
traitor.
yes, I'm aware. Because he's the traitor! Come on, man! He has joined sides with Yidril and his forces.
With who?
The dude who's fucking attacking our city, man! Come on! The enemy.
Okay.
He has joined forces. He fucking executed Sarhish, who is leading the veterans who were trying to help protect the city.
Boris killed Sarhish?
Yes.
Hey, just give us some fucking directions and you can,
We have reason
Everyone
to
in this
believe.
place is about to die, so you need to get the fuck out this door and somewhere else quickly.
Probably so. So
Give us directions first.
where's Nikita? If Boris is a traitor and he threw her in here, she's probably actually on their fucking side.
Where do they need to go?
Okay, sorry.
What do you say?
Where do they need to go? And he nods his head towards the three, kind of like worse off. He was the one watching the door.
Right. Just look over at those guys.
Where do they need to go? From here. They can't stay here. I'll take you to her.
They need to get to Nighthold, probably.
He just
As
sort of
far as
looks
I'm
and
aware,
nods.
it is still being held so that people can evacuate through the tunnel.
Did you see any, dead?
I saw some that were on their way to the monastery, but hopefully they should be there by now. You're just gonna have to keep as low of a profile as possible. Unless you want to wait for us.
You guys want to wait? Yes, we'll wait on the guy with the sword.
Alright. Take us to Nikita.
Is it? I mean, you can just go by your fucking self. I don't have to escort you through the whole gulag, do I? These are bad guys in here. I assume if these guys got the
No,
gate, you should be fine.
Through the streets to Nighthold, I will take you to Nikita. He
Okay.
reaches over the counter and looks at brings a clipboard. We have a little bit of a journey. Follow me.
Quickly then, let's go.
Walks.
Shit, bro.
Opens some doors to some stairs straight down. You guys travel for a minute going through.
I'm assuming this guy
I'm
is
not gonna.
much slower than me.
I'm not gonna go with them. I'm gonna hang back at the surface and crack the door open and start casting Skyrite.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
How long does Skyrite take?
A minute plus, or I'm sorry, an action plus 10 minutes.
Action
I don't
plus
know
10
how
minutes. Okay.
I don't know how long they're gonna be down there, but I'll get her started.
Just so we can have I know timeline wise, tell me what you're writing in the sky. Or do you want a few minutes to think on it?
Yeah. Let me think
yeah,
about it.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't change anything. You head down. He's leading you through, and he's jogging. You have made a case that this is imperative, and also you're planning, hopefully going to save his friends. You're about the only thing, but you're led through tunnels, and it just starts to get humid and moist in here, and gross, dripping pipes, concrete, cell after cell after cell, just in darkness, shambles of people, rags, and looking like lumps of rags in corners. You have a couple that are awakened as they see you. They're hopping up on the bars and just sort of shaking the bars at you. You continue to lead them down, or he continues to lead you down for a while, and eventually comes up to a cell. Sort of takes his nightstick and hits the gates for you. You see, just in the darkness, not too far, sitting against the wall. Standing, leaned against the wall, hands sort of crossed across her chest, delicately. And blonde-haired, sharp-looking woman and raven's feathers across her neck. Hello.
Headmistress Nikita? Yes?
She just sort of emerges from the darkness. Just the torch that the guy is holding, sort of lighting her. Member of the Shining Vanguard, no doubt.
Yeah. Just kind of look her over. What are you aware of the current situation?
What situation is that? I am aware of my situation.
Do you know why you're in here?
Exactly why? No. I was placed in here for some reason or another. I assume to get me out of the way. For one reason or another.
I see.
You look, as you get a little bit closer, you see runic scriptings on the bars themselves sort of curling and spiraling up. And as you do, you're glancing past her, you see the same things coating the floors and walls here.
And just, I don't have much time. And you were thrown in here falsely, right? You're a loyal citizen of Karnath?
Uh,
To her
well,
people?
not
To his people?
Not according to one Major Boris Yavorsik, who happened
Yeah, but tell me
to-
what are you? I'm not Boris. Are you or are you not?
loyal to Karnath.
His people mostly, but sure.
This isn't her dawdling. This is me trying to think of how someone like her would answer that question.
Yeah, I'm fishing for. I want her to say whether she is with us or against us, or presumably she'll say, "Yeah, I'm with Karnath," because I want to insight her. I'm trying to get a read on her just to make sure what little I can before I let her out, just in case she actually is just gonna fucking murder us.
I'll say go ahead and make the insight check. Yeah, go ahead and make the insight check.
22.
22. Okay. There's some people that are patriotic. There are some people that hate the country that they reside in and are very critical of the government. And then there are also people that simply exist for their reasons within those confines because of happenstance. This question, Nikita Dobrovolskij, does not come off as particularly patriotic in any sense of the word. But she does seem like someone who would serve herself.
Okay. I'm just gonna like
And
hold
her
out
own
a hand
interests.
towards the other guy for like the keys to her cell.
She sort of arches an eyebrow at this.
And while I'm waiting for him to give them to me, I'm just saying, well, whether you much give a shit or not about the people who live here or in the rest of the country, if you don't help us, then you're probably going to end up in a similar situation to the one you are now, or just dead. So, I need you to come with me and use whatever influence you may have as a member of the Parliament of Ator to help us convince those in Korth to do something.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
19.
19. She sees him, the guy the guard you brought down here, dawdling with the keys, trying to like flip through them. He looks back up at the room number, flips through some more keys on this gigantic comedic looking keyring as he's sort of fumbling around. She looks at him, looks back at you. You'll tell me the truth about what is happening here, so me and mine can do what we are supposed to do. Save ourselves and this city along with it.
Well, to start, Boris Yavorsik is a turncoat.
Oh,
Hence why he threw you in
surprise.
here. Yeah. The man who has set upon this city is Yizril. Don't know his last name. He's Bone Knight, commander of the undead during the war.
I have heard of his talents.
He was exiled, also, as you know, because he didn't think that perhaps, true or not, he didn't like Caius leading. Maybe felt somebody else should. Who knows? But he was exiled. He has now come back with the intent of bringing back Aranda's Fall. And this wholesale slaughter of the people of this city will seal the deal.
Yeah. We cannot have that now, can we?
No.
How does he plan on doing this?
He's just coming in the exact nature of the ritual, we don't know.
Found it.
They unlock, just like, talk while we walk. Let's go.
Please do. She follows you along.
And I mean, this shit's fucked right now. I'm basically gonna give her a rundown of as much as we know about this dude, about his plan. Like, he's committing atrocities that apparently have something to do with bringing her back. This is the last one, which involves killing everybody here, and then whether it is key to the ritual or not, he then plans to use the ritual machine thing within the Crimson Monastery to resurrect everybody who has died here tonight. Using, you know, the alignment of all the blood moons.
So your friend's undead matrix was bullshit.
Well, if you took what you know of Yidril's talents into account, and the fact that he has quite a few Bone Knights at his own command, what do you think would happen if we mobilized the undead legions below against them?
How many Bone Knights have you seen?
At least 10.
10. Oh.
Maybe more. And as far as I'm aware, we don't have any here. We can't contest if they choose to seize control of our own.
A Bone Knight individually can control somewhere between 10 and 15 undead by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If you double that number of Bone Knights that you may be unaware of, this is 20. They could control possibly 15 apiece. You're looking at what? 300 to 400 undead. This has nothing against the 200,000 that now lie underneath Aetur. Bone Knights are not a problem when it comes to numbers. An undead matrix across the city that your friend decided to convince the council of? That good.
We also had no idea if we could trust any of you.
So you lied to everyone.
Correct.
How's that working out so far?
Not great. Not the point, though. What's done is done. We had very little time, very little information. Case in point, we couldn't pinpoint that Boris was a traitor until it was too late.
What parts of the city have fallen?
Most of them.
Have you seen the academy?
No.
She reaches up towards her raven, like God damn, my words are not working. It's not a scarf, but it's like attached to her coat. As she does, produces a raven itself in her palm, and looks at it momentarily, and then sends it off ahead as it flies in front of you all and up through the stairs straight up. Merely moments, like few minutes, as you're holding the door open, Artyom using Artyom. Oh my God! Dekad, as you're holding the door open, casting Skywrite, you have a raven just.
Ah! It knocks off your onion. Onion
Clip
falls
it.
on the floor.
It knocks off your onion. I'm having a bad time. Knocks off your onion. It just flies over your head and out of the door and into the night. Okay. Do you have anything else to speak to Nikita about as you make your way through?
And to the best of my knowledge, look now that like right in front of her, not looking at her like from across the way or anything. Does her apparel of the academy look anything like that necromancer's that attacked us in the street?
With the similar like raven garb, yeah.
See, and just gonna kind of point at her whole like mantle and everything. Pretty sure that some of your folks are on his side too.
Who?
At least the one. There was an attack by a necromancer in similar garb to that of the academy that attacked us out in the street earlier today.
I'm assuming this information was passed on to Boris.
Yeah, that's probably why you got arrested. Good excuse.
Things are starting to make a lot more sense.
Yeah, they've been planning this for a while. Who knows how many moles are in there? I don't know how much of your academy you trust fully, but
I know the ones
And he
that
is
I can
better than
trust
none.
and can dispose of the ones that I do not. So,
well, I assume that as a member of parliament, you're probably aware also powerful mage of some kind. There's a tunnel underneath Nighthold. It's currently being used to evacuate as many non-combatants as possible, and probably most of the combatants that can't really fight anymore.
Are you having this conversation
I
at the
assume like
top or
once
inner
we've got,
cell?
yeah, like as we've walking up in there. I don't know how long at what point this is, but if you have a plan that you think could stop this ritual, now would be the time to let me know so that we can do what we can to help. If not, that's where they need to go.
To the Crimson Monastery.
That is where this ritual is being performed. But if you are thinking that there's nothing that you can do, you or your people, and that we need to evacuate as much fighting power or knowledge as possible, they need to go to the Nighthold.
And the Bone Knights are here as well.
There are quite a few, yes. There, last I checked, so quite a few of them are outside the monastery, keeping an eye on it. Soon to be joined more of their kind, and a death giant.
I'm making sure everyone's leaving right now.
What?
As you two crest the top stair and into the sort of lobby area.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I'm giving everyone a message to exit the city.
What does
To flee for
that
their
message
lives.
say?
The message says, I got 10 words, so I'm splitting it up into 4 lines. First line, city lost. Second line, dead will rise. Third line, must flee now. Fourth line, only chance.
Part of our hope is that if enough people make it out safely, not enough people die to complete the ritual. But that is guesswork.
What ritual you're talking about?
Not super important right now. Fill you in later.
Beth, I'll see what I can do. My folk can make my way to the Crimson Monastery. I will wait for some sort of symbol that I have helped and will not plunge those that I do trust. Those wonderful few. Which sort of symbol should I be looking for? Or a signal?
Do you have assistance on the way? Depends what kind of help do you need. Do you just need people that can fight? Or do you need something of the more mystical variety?
What is the current status of Malevenor? The mummy of Vol?
He is in the monastery. Last I heard, he was going to be planning to make some kind of last stand near the ritual machine. Probably, I'd overheard from one of Yidril's commanders that he was planning to negotiate with him, try to convince him to change sides. Otherwise, they would have to kill him. Re-kill him, I don't know.
Semantics. Very well. I'll be on the lookout for your signal. And you will have
You
our
did not tell
support.
me what kind of help you need. Are you just needing martial prowess, or do you need something magic?
This is not my plan. We will try to take out the Bull Knights from outside, as many of them as we can at least. I have people that may be able to wrestle control of the undead that are around the bottom of the monastery. You did mention that there is a fortress currently hovering above the pyramid.
Yep.
Are we to
If you-
assume that the ritual is happening inside of the monastery or above? We don't know. Okay.
I'd say 50-50 chance. Either the rest of the ritual is part and parcel with resurrecting those who have died, or one will be done above in the flying castle, and then the other will follow after, just as cherry on top of the cake.
In this case, we'll do what we can from below. And she sort of leaves it at that.
So you all are going to go back to the monastery that's locked down tight. And just, where's your army at? I guess that's what I want to know.
Well, it sounds, from what I have heard, that most of them have been scattered to the winds. If I do come across some soldiers that are still capable of fighting, I will do my best to avail upon their patriotic duties. Yes.
All right. I'll see what we can muster to help you.
So the plan is to throw bodies at a bunch of necromancers and just kind of hope for the best.
Absolutely not. Not on my part. We will try to pick them off. The Crimson Monastery is a big place. If you say they are guarding the entrances of such, it will take them at least some time to get over to each other to assist. So, if we are to help with entry upon this, I will try to take off one group at a time. We should be able to do so from a little bit of distance away. We do not have to plunge in. If you have suggestions, I am all ears.
You're from the university or whatever, right?
Indeed.
Got a teleportation circle in there?
I rolled a D8. But it doesn't matter. I rolled a 20 on the 10. We do not. It was seen as too much of a threat when Nighthold was put in.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. All right, well, us three and these jackasses.
Whatever else we can muster in a short period of time.
I will be heading to the academy. I will meet you there.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't know we were planning on doing anything but getting out of here. I kind of just told everyone to run for the hills.
I see that. Hopefully whatever soldiers are left at the Nighthold haven't turned them in yet. That's where we'll find the highest concentration probably, and that's where I've sent anybody else.
When I was above and walking with the living earlier today, there were also a good concentration of soldiers around the Parliament building itself, not too far from here.
Understood.
If there are still soldiers there, you may be able to get a good fighting force there as well.
Okay.
It may take me... It will not take me long to get there, but it may take me long to sort out those that I need. An hour.
All right. From what I understand, just looking up at the moons, I'd say we probably have about 2 hours left. Maybe a little more than that. Before best ritual time.
And the ritual again?
Do you have any idea who Arendis Foal is?
You
That
two
ring any
discuss
bells?
this. I must go.
Yeah.
And she
Do you
takes
have any
off
idea
into
who
the night.
Arendis Foal is? Yes, no,
I don't
maybe?
know. Let's see. 16 on my history check.
No.
Heard of the Blood of all. That's about it.
That's where they came from. Bad news.
Can
There's
you
currently
take
a
us
very
out of
powerful-
here now?
Yes. Walk it up. Let's go. What's closer? Nighthold or the Parliament building?
To where you guys are right now. I'm gonna say the Parliament building's probably like right outside of Nighthold. Like not far. Probably
Perfect.
like within stone's throw sort of
So-
distance.
On the way.
Yeah.
Parliament building first.
Okay, and you're gonna describe the
Yeah, I'm gonna do my the best that Gandolin's 8 intelligence can. I don't really care about explaining the history of who this lady is, but that she is bad, and that if she comes back, that is very bad, and that is what this ritual is going to accomplish.
Okay.
On the way there. Yeah, and yeah, since hopefully we have smaller numbers, hopefully we can be taking side streets and alleys and stuff to get there a little quicker.
We've got 3 wounded guys.
3 wounded. 3 walking wounded and 1 relatively okay.
Yeah, he looks okay. He's able to move. The other 2 are like are the middle guy with the leg and the like bleeding leg seems to be in the worst condition, which 2 of the other guards are like sort of under each arm, helping him move speedily along with you.
I was about to say, is he significantly slowing us down?
Not with both of these guys assisting and helping him move.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, yeah, that's who that is. They're trying to bring her back. Not good. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty bad. I mean, I don't know what you. Sure, let's go. I guess.
Fantastic. Also, you said what you said. You're the COD, the Jade Fist. Is that title?
Yeah.
What is that?
I mean, 11-time champion, multiple Coliseums all over Eberron.
Okay.
Never
Shrug
watched
at
a
him.
prize fight in your life?
Can't say I have.
Missing out.
Make a wisdom check. Gandalf.
Wisdom check, just straight wisdom.
Yeah, roll a straight wisdom check.
Have you heard?
21.
Oh,
21.
shit.
Yeah, I got an 18. Let's go. Feeling wise today, baby.
In a series of plaques on the wall, back in the Shadow Marches, where the fighting pit was,
Mm-hmm.
feel like the name sounds familiar of being up on that, like
Up there somewhere.
yeah, on those plaques.
Noted.
As you continue through the streets, we'll flip back up to our other squad. So, made your way to Nighthold, unmolested at this point. Jeremiah bounces you, Kaushik, in his arms, along with this regular jostle of him moving speedily along the rest of you, but also him purposely doing so. Come on, Miss Kaushik, wake up. Come on. And just sort of like trying to shake you up, and you essentially not rough or anything. He is like legitimately one leg under your knees, one leg under your back, and just sort of like gently shaking you. The trip there between all of you not being led by Gandalf's probably about 10 minutes or so, walking through the streets towards Nighthold. Does Kaushik wake up during this time, since this is a self-inflicted unconsciousness?
She's rolling it.
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. You guys get to Nighthold. Is anybody doing anything special as you approach Nighthold? It's pretty separated from other buildings, and that you have those higher walls sort of surrounding the manor itself. Is anybody doing anything special?
Before we get there, a quick flyover to make sure we're not about to walk into something bad.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Because I'm guessing by now the telepathic link is long gone.
It's gone at this point, correct?
21.
21. With a quick fly over, are you trying to be stealthy at all?
No, it's just trying to be quick.
Okay. With a 21, you do see a couple of, I'd say a couple, more like 6 soldiers on the inside of the gate at this point, waiting there, weapons out, and that's pretty much what you can see from fairly high up over the walls. But other than that, you don't see much around you at all, as far as movement goes.
Get back and let the rest of the party know.
6 soldiers up on top, keeping an eye on things, but don't know who they're with. So, yeah, didn't see much else.
Are we just going up to the gates then? I don't see any other way, and we need to try to wake up Miss Kaushik as well. Maybe they have healers inside.
Aye, to the gates. Discussion gathers no gems. Let's get a move on.
Mr. Gorm's right. Geralt does try to bonus action just dash away from you guys. Up ahead, he's gonna attempt to stealth. And look around, seeing pretty much the same thing Milo did. You guys get to the gates. You're met by no one, as the soldiers that you saw are tucked on either side of the gate itself, not showing themselves.
Well,
Crowley's gonna call out. Is anyone still defending this gate?
One soldier around to the gate itself. Who are you?
Major Yuri, I was here earlier.
Sort of looks through the darkness. I remember you, yes.
Good. I see you've gotten some of the citizenry out of here. We're the last of the last. Everyone else is sticking behind or not coming.
We have several search parties out right now, bringing out other people that are trapped in buildings, residence halls, taverns, inns.
Then it's important you let them know as soon as they get here they should leave with them.
We have a line as best we can down into the trains below.
Understood. And as this is happening, he's going to kind of just wave the party forward, like, let's go.
He stands still and does not move the gate.
Oh, is it still closed?
It is closed in front of you. You're talking through the gate to him.
Well, are we going to wait for the rest of the search parties before you open this gate, or
What is
how
the
is this
word?
going to work? Hmm?
What is the word?
The word? I've been out there fighting half the time. What do you expect me to know the word? Where's your commanding officer? Is she still about?
I cannot let you through if you do not know the word. And those are her orders.
Her orders.
Is it reasonable to assume I would have shared that information because I was told what the passphrase was with the party?
Is it reasonable to assume you would have told them? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember if I even, because I think it's possible I may have verbalized that I told them, but I cannot recall.
I don't remember if you verbalized it or not.
I can't remember. So
If it's not been verbalized, that's fine. I'm going to cast message over to that same
'Cause
woman I had met earlier. If
So I had been told it. She had told me what she was going to make it. I can't remember what she had told me off the top of my head, but presumably Ganda would still remember, as it's been hours, not months for him.
We will do this and let the dice gods decide. That is, as is tradition. High or low, Crowley?
always high.
Jesus Christ.
Password is Squirtle.
Hell yeah.
I went ahead and rolled. Okay. One flew out of the table into my left hand and I rolled it. Rolled the tens, or the single digits with my left hand back into the dice tray. The tens was on a 20. The other dice hit it, rolled it to an 8, and now is an 88.
As my luck works.
very good.
I know the English word for it. Do not remember. Crowley, you know it is the Karnathi word for survivor, which is Vishiv.
Crowley's just going to look up and consider him for a moment. Obviously racking his brain, the colonel is, but say, Vishiv.
A couple of other guards flank on either side, open the gates to you. Into the grounds of Nighthold.
In we go. Double time it.
People follow you in. When you get inside, it is filled with people. There are hundreds of people in this manor. Some of them being treated medically, it looks like, before they are sent to march along. Others that looks like they have like carted in bags of food and or produce or something, as it looks like some of the Balus brothers farm hands are handing out food to people as they walk, and you see just a line of people going down out of sight down a spiral staircase. But this place is alive with people, which more alive than the outside right now.
Does it seem like they're moving as fast as possible? Like there's no like people engineering to make this any faster?
You see a couple, I mean, no, yeah, you see like staff, like Nighthold staff. They are outnumbered 20. Why I did it? That's very, very tense and over the top. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. Chill out, Soundtail. It is very, like, they're outnumbered probably 20 to 30 to 1 as they're sort of directing people around this area. But you do see some people with like Karnathi clothing on. Looks like of the, not military or soldier, but like of the state, like a state employee would.
I'm going to turn back to the guy I was speaking to at the gate. You did not answer me before. Where is your commanding officer?
Yana is, I need to get back out to the gate. Last she was seen, she was with, she was down near the water table, near the rails themselves, down the stairs.
All right, thank you, soldier. Back to your post.
Nods his head, and it's just you Crowley with just a passive insight, which I believe yours is pretty high. I think it's like a 20. You say back to your post, soldier, and this guy's just almost lost faith in whatever that means at this point. Everything's just kind of fallen to shit. Just a quick nod of his head. No yes, sir, no salute, no nothing, and just heads back outside.
Go ahead.
You're good.
Before walking down, Milo would have just stopped and looked to the guard.
Be extra cautious. There are those that have turned against Karnath. We've seen it. Soldiers killing soldiers.
We've been made aware that something may be possible. Hence the passcode. So far, it has kept everybody safe. I believe it was one of your group that did it, so thank you.
Just doesn't respond, just nods and keeps walking.
Yeah, Crowley's going to try and make his way downstairs to that war table as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you're like squeezing past people. Nobody's going to put up a fight because these are all mostly either injured or older or younger folk that are just sort of waiting in line. You get down there, this entire platform is filled with people. The entirety of the rails themselves are like, they have to clear out around the conductor stones and can't be near them. So you have just like a trickle of people. It's your imagination of the worst subway ride possible is what's going on down here right now.
Excellent.
You do see a table, couple of papers sitting in front of it, not looking down on it, but just sort of holding her head as if with a migraine. The same woman you spoke to earlier, Yana.
Yana.
Hello again. Yes, Major Yuri. Correct.
No. I come back from fighting outside. We've had some losses, and one of the major turns have been Major Boris. He's working closely with Yidro.
This, I'm sure, is wonderful. Great. The wonderful news. I love this. This makes the job so much easier.
Excellent. But he's not marching here.
This is good. Your friends, do they need medical help?
Yes, some of them.
Gorham holding RTM and Jeremiah holding Koshik.
Yes, our friend Koshik here will need some help.
Okay, the other one is okay then.
He is dead.
She gets quiet and whispers to you. And you saw it fit to bring him here?
He's with us. We intend to resurrect him, but only if we can get the healer up. The healer might also help you quickly.
Here, I believe we have some people.
You all look like shit. No offense, Major. You look like trash, the lot of you.
It was a hard-fought battle, of course.
Follow me. I'll take you to one of the medical triage rooms. Bring your friend and... She looks at you, Gorm. Please try to cover his face or bring him as close to you as possible. I'm not trying to scare people here. Causing a panic would be much more of an issue. Okay. Follow me. She takes you up the stairs once more, a bit more quiet of a room, and this is like a set-aside bedroom. It looks like the lavish bed, like satin pillows. Looks like it has been used, just sort of used medical supplies, and off to the side looks like bloodied, changed out bandages that have been discarded in the trash and stuff, but a quiet place in this place of constant buzzing and moving back and forth. I have some healers from the city that could probably help bring them back up. She cannot do anything about the dead.
That is fine. We will watch over him and make sure he does not prove to be an issue. But it is important. We came here to tell you that we're near the end. And we need to get everyone moving. I know you're doing the best you can, but...
It isn't...
She holds her hands out and like sort of with the door open, pointing at the people just lining the halls and everything.
I think we have done well with the time that we have had.
And I understand that. Keep doing what you're doing, but I just wanted you to know.
We intend to.
She turns towards those of you not dressed like Carnathi military officials.
I believe some of your group, or at least someone related to your group, is out there still. A girl and a warforged. They are still trying to grab people. They are one of our rescue parties.
Are we all there, or is it just Crowley?
No, all of you have been brought into this medical triage room. Jeremiah takes Koshik and just sort of lays her onto the bed.
Milo will immediately say,
Where did they go? Do you know? What direction?
They have been working out from Nighthold itself. I don't know exactly what sector they were divided amongst, but at this point it's probably so scattered it wouldn't matter. They haven't been gone for too long. I don't think there is a need to worry as of now, but...
Should we be recalling the patrols?
The patrols as well as myself. We are going to stay. We do not plan on running. We are going to rescue everyone we can. There are thousands of people still out there. We have been able to evacuate maybe 1,500, maybe 2,000 at this point. This is a city of over 10,000.
what is the ETA on the apex of the moons or whatever?
3 hours or so.
We have approximately 3 hours, maybe less, until everyone, including yourselves, need to be gone because there will be no saving what is left. That's time, but not later than that.
I appreciate your concern, but me and mine have resigned ourselves to what may happen. We are going to save everyone we can until we are unable to do so.
And that is commendable. We appreciate every effort you make for the city.
This is not for commendation.
I'm not giving any goddamn commendations.
You just
understood.
You said it's appreciated. That's what the commendation is.
No.
I think he meant as an individual, not as a public recognition.
Well, we do it for life.
And we're going to do everything we can to delay this, though we are in a sorry state. If you give us just a little bit of time, we'll get ourselves together. And while you bring the healer.
Let me go grab a healer. I know we have one. She has been helping us for a while now, so... I'll be back. Take the time you need to rest. The one that I spoke to earlier.
Sort of looks back towards the three that she knows to be a part of the Shining Vanguard. The one that I spoke to, the Carnathy boy. Man,
Where is he at? He should have been here by now.
that is what I was going to ask you.
Slow turn to look at the others.
She's speaking about the Gandalwin.
Indeed, I think this was his name.
Yeah. He's still out there. He's got his own mission to accomplish. We're going to contact him soon.
He had said he would meet us here, right? When we had talked.
I said that y'all. I had said for y'all to just get the fuck out of here. I would catch up. Is what
Yep.
I had told you.
The understanding though is that you'd have been meeting here.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Or that I would catch up to you. This is what the word "I'll catch up" mean. Is that y'all would probably have already exited by the time I got to you.
When does that skywrite take effect?
Probably around right now. Let me go get the healer. Please.
No.
Rest.
This is probably about to get real loud outside them gates.
She
Kent
steps
said,
out of the room, leaves
I
you
like
with the
causing
room.
a panic.
Jeremiah walks up to you, Gorham. Mr. Gorham, do you want me to take Artyom somewhere? I don't know where I'd take him. I think there's a washroom over here, or
Don't let this motherfucker loot me.
something. This isn't a Gariel, this is Jeremiah.
He has a really, really good deception check. He is actually just like a total fucking loot goblin. He's just been deceiving us this whole time.
Jeremiah is Eudril.
What a twist.
Yeah, you know, he went around the corner and then all of a sudden User was there.
Never seen Jeremiah and Eudril in the same room.
Okay, yeah, but we literally did this.
God damn it.
God damn it, y'all.
Yeah.
Sure. Just be gentle with him.
Of course. He sort of looks over and takes Artyom. Jeremiah's a strong enough guy, not as strong as you, but able to like pick up Artyom and just kind of one hand some blankets and sheets that are laying off to the side, clean blankets and sheets, and walks out of the room, taking Artyom's corpse out of the room. A couple of moments pass, and you start to hear just the general murmur of the inside of this building increase by about 5 notches on the volume. People just sort of talking loudly, and a couple of quick barks. And you know what? I'm gonna give them a persuasion check actually to keep control of some chaos.
I'm already marching out to see what the hell's going on. I'm trying to get my short rest here.
Okay, you march out onto the banister. People are talking out towards each other. You see sort of in the massive windows that adorn the front of Nighthold above the door, riding in the sky. City has fallen. Get out if you can. Now is your last chance, essentially. Yana takes like a hand and pulls some drapes too that swing across this window and close it off. The city is not fallen yet. Our walls still hold. Everybody will calm down. Do not begin pushing or panicking. You will cause more harm than you do any good doing that. Everybody still murmurs, but everybody chills out for right now. With a 17 and a 16 on the dice. I rolled at a disadvantage.
Good job, Yana.
Yeah, I don't raise my voice because I was getting ready. I was going to look for that guy again, and I was going to start making fun of somebody.
The same dude from earlier. Just he's,
Bro,
Look, even this coward is still here.
fucking Matt is over here being the incarnation of why everybody hates our government. Like,
Thank you. I'll take the Academy Award later.
Being brought up the stairs, Matt sort of shoving through people. You see a young Karnathi, an employee of the state guy. You don't recognize him at all. He sort of shoves, move the fuck out the way. Seeker, please. As you see Seeker Valentina Kozlov step to the top of the stairs. Older woman sits on the council, sort of gray hair in a middle part, no further than about her shoulders, and simple red dress. And robes. It looks like her sleeves have been rolled up at this point. Andrew Yuri.
Speaker.
It is both a pleasure and not so much to see your face here today. Please show me the injured. She beckons her hand in. Go ahead.
Yeah, he goes to move and open the door, get her to Koshik.
Gotcha. All right. She walks in, you see her sit beside Koshik and begin praying. Koshik, you can decide if this wakes you up or not, but after a moment, you do heal for 9 points. You see, not as bright as the light that Koshik gives or anything, but as she holds Koshik's hands, praying, you do see just the slightest faint glow around her hand, just sort of clasp around Koshik's as it sort of flows into Koshik's veins. Koshik awake?
I rolled a 17. Koshik is awake.
You wake up in a wonderfully comfortable bed, massive fluffy pillows, surrounded by some of your friends as well as Seeker Valentina Koslov holding your hand. The same woman, the same Seeker that gave the speech but a few hours ago to all of the citizens of Aether. Good morning, sweetheart. It's not morning. I do not want to panic you. I'm sorry. Poor choice of words on my part.
Koshik sits up in a panic and is looking around for Artyom's self. For Artyom. Period. I can't say.
You don't
can't
see
say
RTM in this room.
You're in the Nighthold, Koshik.
You're safe and surrounded by friends.
Okay. Where's Milo?
Milo.
Yeah, if Milo is in the room there, and if they'd been led away without us, then
Unless you
yeah.
have wandered some elsewhere, you're all in the same room currently.
Not yet.
Right here.
Approach me, Milo. Approach me.
Just reach down and gauntleted hand on your shoulder.
Right here.
Aranda's soul was there. In the cabin. It
What?
wasn't Artyom. It was Aranda's soul.
There. When you went to raise Artyom.
Mm.
Well, what the fuck did she say?
Koshik is trying to recall as best she can.
Sorry, energetic response.
It's okay. She said that there was no point in trying to stop Idril anymore, and we'd all die if we tried. She offered me the chance to bring all of our friends back if we stopped persecuting him.
So she wanted us to align ourselves with Idra. Well, he's the one trying to bring her back, so that's not a surprise.
Right. She wasn't happy with my choice. Sorry.
Milo takes a moment to think on what that means, and then
Well, I'm shocked she even gave us the time of day. We've not been her biggest fans lately. Are you all right? How do you feel?
I'm tired and my body hurts. Slammed against a wall. I don't know.
I don't know if everyone heard you, but you said you were slammed against a wall, and you don't remember it.
Yeah. I was already unconscious before I was slammed, and welcome to the jam.
We need to find Gandalwin and the others.
Right. It didn't work, right? Artyom's still...
It didn't work now.
Yeah. Didn't think so. She said... I asked her if she would bring him back now as proof for me. His soul was being held captive. I don't know what that means.
Would Milo have been able to put together, based on the visual cues, about the soul being sealed in the scythe, since that was visible to him at the time, or no? Or would that be a roll?
No, I'm gonna say you were. I was trying to remember your positioning in that fight, but you were flying right above it. Like Artyom stopped him from coming to you.
Yeah.
So I would say Milo probably had one of the best vantage points of seeing this, and I'm just gonna say specifically because of Milo's latest projects that in capturing a soul in an object is no stranger to you. No roll necessary.
Milo says, that's my thesis project.
In the fight, I am incredibly sure that that staff or scythe or whatever the hell it is what is holding Artyom's soul back. There were distinct similarities with the way it captured the spiritual energy and the soul stones I'd been looking into. Which means either she can't or won't, which means you made the right decision in any case, Kaushik. If she can't pry it away from that, then she's not all-powerful. And if she wouldn't, well, why would we align ourselves with her anyway? You made the right decision.
I hope so.
With that, we fade back to our team walking up to the Parliament building.
Dungeon Master, if you would allow me, as we walked, I'd just be kind of, or jogged, I'd just be kind of holding my offhand, or my non-bow hand, which would I guess be my right hand, and keeping the bow on keeping my fucking thing on me, just in case, but just kind of holding my offhand just over various cuts and bruises just as I go. I'm just gonna dump the 4 key points I've got into healing, because that con save hurted, and then I got hit in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. That's easy enough. And so the other team can be doing this while you wait, or while this can be done. I'm sorry, I cannot multitask. If you guys have not realized this 100 episodes later. I need to look at something real quick though.
A top-notch multitasker myself, I am judging you right.
Okay, all right.
Would have liked to had two more d6s to add on, like 2 more rolls of that add on, but probably would have been Probably for the best that we didn't get seen by Abraxia on our way to the jail. So I guess worthwhile expenditure.
Let me get a hit point count really quickly. Crowley, how many hit points you got?
Oh, I have a lovely amount of. I think I'm at 8. Yeah, I'm at 8.
You're at 8. Okay. You're gonna be prioritized here. 11, 13. You take 13 points of healing. Milo, hit point check.
70 at the moment.
70 at the moment. Azur.
93.
93. Gorham.
Okay.
66.
66. Kaushik.
17.
17. Okay. Kaushik, you take an additional 11 points of healing. Crowley, you take an additional 9 points of healing. As Seeker Koslov walks around, healing all of you. And Ink spends her spell slots doing so.
Thank you, Miss Coulson.
Thank you, Seeker.
What'd you call her?
This is a
What
common
was that
mistake. It's
amount again?
Koslov. That was for Crowley and Kaushik, because they were the ones that were banged up
Okay.
the most. They were in the worst condition.
Well,
Among
one
the,
versus worse, but
among the living. So we pan back quickly. Nighthold in view now. The guards that have been traveling along with you through these alleyways, splitting off from you. Are they just going to let us in?
Because we went to the Parliament building first, right?
You guys are within eyesight of Nighthold.
Yeah.
They're splitting off from you.
Okay. No, shit, that's right. They told them to do a password. And I already forgot what you said it was, but I'll just say, whoever's at the gate, tell them the word for survivor. Survivor. Survivor and Garnathian, they should let you in.
All right. Start.
And just before they got, just grab one of them by like the jerkin or whatever. You all still wait until the civilians make it through first, all right? I'll let them go. Basically, they wait till the civilians are out before they evacuate.
He's
If
picking
they
up what you're
evacuate
writing
at all.
down.
So, I mean, if there's underground tunnels in Nighthold, why not send everyone through right now? Just flood them.
It's a small fucking tunnel, dude.
All right.
Gotta
Let the
keep
fast go fast. Old people will die.
and then you end up people getting fucking run over. Chaos is not speed.
All right, so 5 slow motherfuckers cause 100 to die. That's not good math.
I assume they're
Anyway,
organizing it.
It can't be done now. We're gonna fight these guys, or Feather's gonna go get an army force, or what?
She's gathering up what spellcasters she can. We're gathering up some martial force to support her. First to the Parliament building.
Make a couple of perception checks for me.
You got it, boss.
You got it, boss.
You got it, boss.
Non-natural 1.
Nice.
27.
27. My God.
You can't see shit, can you, old man?
I can see what needs to be seen. All right.
I know somebody. You guys would get along great.
What do you fuck do you mean by that? You're just gonna say
I just wave my hand in front of my face. You know. Oh, come on.
As you wave your hand in front of your face, Dana, when you see on the top floor about 20 people with bows drawn and aimed at you as you're walking up, you see them just beyond the reflection of the top glass on it, and they're aiming through bars at you as you're stepping up.
Just immediately go. Wait, whoa. Fucking. I wait till I see if any bows drop
Bows
or
do
if
not
anybody's gonna
drop.
say anything.
You say whoa, and standing there, bows don't drop. Bows stay trained on you.
Okay. About how close am I, like distance-wise?
Maybe 50 feet.
50 feet. Street's fairly empty. Who's the commanding officer here at the Parliament building? Just call out to them.
Who is asking?
Gandalf Wren of the Shining Vanguard.
The dice are in y'all's favor tonight, I'm not gonna lie. Door cracks open. You see state employee gear on, but over that state employee you see a sword, like a sheath from over his back, and it looks like a small hand crossbow that's sort of like ragtag, like just with a rope hung on towards the side.
Nice.
I heard of your group earlier.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm just gonna point up at the archer, like all the archers and stuff up at the top. Is there anything in particular that you're keeping safe in the Parliament building now? Fucking hell. I'm just trying to see if you guys still need to fucking be here.
Fucking guard.exe stuff.
Dude's like,
Oh, he's trying to size you up at the moment. He knows of the name, but he doesn't know you specifically. Like, he heard that someone named the Shining Vanguard was in town, so he's just sort of staring at you, looking for some sort of motivation.
I was gonna let him keep thinking. Like, okay. Brief rundown. Boris Yvorsic has turned his coat and has joined the enemy, causing further chaos and strife here within the city. B. With that information, myself and my companion here, we went, freed headmistress Nikita of the Ator Academy on the presumption that he jailed her falsely so that she couldn't get in the way. Headmistress Nikita is now gathering what members of her academy she can, and is going to head over to the Crimson Monastery, where the enemy, headed by their leader and his commanders, are going to attempt to finish a ritual that is going to absolutely fuck us and the rest of Karnath if they succeed.
Gandalf, what the fuck are you doing? You see Madison's head peek up behind this guy as he sort of like flinches behind, as she looks confused. I know this guy. Move the fuck out of the way.
The fuck are you here?
You're
supposed to be at Nighthold.
There were some undead walking through the streets. These guys grabbed us in before they could do any worse.
Okay, well that's good. Probably best if you guys go ahead and head back that way then. I don't see anything. The coast should be clear right now.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We have a couple of more citizens in here, but
Take them with you. Anybody who's left here, get them to Nighthold.
Sure. What are you guys doing? What's going on?
I figured just go for a nice stroll.
Can you shut up? Look at the god. Not helping. You shut up too. We're taking one last crack at stopping what's happening. You gotta get everybody you can and go. I assume Jeremiah and the Gyarados should be over that way already, I hope.
At Nighthold?
I think so.
Okay.
I would hope so. Actually, I can't remember if I was ever told that the Jeremiah and the Gyarados were with the rest of my companions, so maybe I did not say that.
I had some conversation and some updates. I mean,
Sure.
It's not that.
Reasonable to some? Okay. They had met up with the rest of my companions, who should all be headed that way now.
Okay. We'll get these people over there, but there's still a lot of people out there. I know of at least 3 more buildings that we saw on the way that still need. We're trying to move quietly through the city.
We need to save who we can.
Yeah.
Time is running out. Okay? Time is running out.
How long do we got?
3 hours tops.
Okay, well, probably shouldn't waste all of it sitting here talking to you.
More undead should be going around. Undead will be starting to get through the city.
We've avoided a good bit of them.
Okay. Avoid as many as you can from now on, and look, just in case.
Don't plan on giving one a handshake.
Once tonight is over and everything, You should probably talk to Milo, okay?
Okay.
He's the one who whipped up, the tonic for your heartburn
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
Perfect.
Fucking hell.
Look,
Dude,
don't
you
be
gotta
so
work
touchy.
on your
It's
fucking
a perfect.
subtlety. Holy
It
shit.
is perfectly normal. You don't have to be embarrassed. Like it happens to everybody. Just go.
The Cod's over here thinking about like a yeast infection or something.
Yeah,
like,
that's all like. Look, you don't gotta be embarrassed. Like it's totally fine. Just go, okay?
Yeah. Yep. These guys are good.
Sick. Okay.
All right,
Back
so
to
we're
the
good.
dude in
She
charge.
was talking to the guard. She just sort of nodded her head and back to you two. Well, that guy's good. I don't know who the fuck you are.
Start moving.
Yeah, I gotta grab Soul and the other guys.
So we're getting all these guys to help us.
Yes, they were coming. That was turn back to this dude. That is to say,
What?
Headmistress Nikita needs some support. That's what we're getting. So that best chance of success. We need you and your men to come with us.
This leaves Nighthold with not a lot of armed support here. In the immediate area, I mean.
We'll have to leave Nighthold with what it's got there. I mean, you guys are. If a giant mob of undead came screaming up the street, y'all are already in a different building anyway.
The plan was to try to ambush them, have our archers, and have bait them towards us and away from Nighthold. He like beckons towards a couple of undead that are laying on the ground currently.
Well, if they succeed, it might not fucking matter if anybody makes it out of this city anyway.
Alright, we go to the academy then.
I believe that probably we will either meet them at the academy, or I think that we are going to meet them close by to the monastery. We'll give them a signal that we have arrived. How many men do you have here?
Last count, about 140.
Hopefully that will be enough to punch through it. Plus, if we can scrabble together anything else to come with us.
Some of my messengers heard of other soldiers that were making their way further back into the city, fighting from the walls themselves.
We'll probably be spending what time we have trying to gather them up then. We can't go around in one big group trying to do that though, so we'll
I
keep
have
the
scouts
central
looking
group.
for them already, out into the city. Should the messaging be to them to meet us at the Crimson Monastery?
DM, do I know of any I know the streets and everything. I want them to start navigating if there's any kind of direct path between the academy and the Crimson Monastery. I'm going to try to direct them to head somewhere in that direction.
Okay.
A little closer to the academy.
Okay, so
'Cause
you're
we
in a
got-
little bit of a bad situation for that, and the reason I say that is because the academy is on the northeastern side of the city.
Other side of the Crimson Monastery?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So they would have to go out of the outer city wall
Gotcha.
and around.
And then circle around. Okay, that's fine. Somewhere a bit away from close-ish to the Crimson Monastery, but not so close that they'll be running immediately into whatever undead or bone knights or abraxia that's around there. Like a little an out of the way spot from there, somewhere that we can get to the Crimson Monastery quickly. But I mean, we've got at least an hour before Nikita's ready anyway, so they don't need to be dangerously close.
Okay. This, and he sort of points towards the sky. This may make soldiers run.
He's like pointing up. Oh, is he pointing at the castle?
No, he is pointing at the writing in the sky.
moons? Okay.
The writing in the sky that Picard put. If the soldiers think the city is completely fell, and that there is
Can
no...
you just turn to look at it? Can you fucking stop that?
What the people? Different character. The people need to leave. There's no hope for this place. What are you talking about?
We are going to try to. We need people to fight. I need the people that need to fight to not run away.
I'll just wave his hand and they'll go away. All
I just
right.
gesture towards where Madison went off. we have people trying to get what they can. Like I said, if this happens, it'll probably not fucking matter if they get out or not. They'll die anyway.
Can you do that and tell soldiers to meet us? It's probably not a good idea.
It'll tell if you are giving directions, it will.
There has to be something though. Some sort of messaging. Let soldiers know that there is a fighting force out there. That we're not all gone. Something? Anything.
Do you have any type of bell system?
Warning bells. The ones you heard when the undead set upon the city walls, but other than that, people know something is going wrong.
So all the people on the enemy's team, basically, who are Karns, are either commanding officers or commanding officers / like aristocrats, right?
That are on
That are basically on Yggdrasil's, that are among Yggdrasil's forces. Not a ton of like common folks.
Well, I mean, you found what appeared to be a house full of like slum people that apparently probably put holes in the rivers for undead to grow out of.
Yeah, you found that. The truth is, you're not really sure. You think you found like what looked to be not a cultist layer, but something similar to that, right? For the Emerald Claw cult. And I mean, Kent's right there. It's not a leap of logic to say these were the people that were out there cutting holes in the river for undead. So that there is a very small subsection. I want to say you saw like 13 to 14 sleeping bags in that place. So very small.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking for a reach of maybe some kind of like commoner slang that could be used to gather some of these troops that, they might not immediately figure out.
I doubt Yggdrasil's checking in with the dude sleeping in the sleeping bags inside of a factory.
True. Right. I guess that's the best I can think of. Is like, I know a lot of soldiery is mostly made up by common folks.
Use your alignment language.
Basically, I'm gonna try to use like a bunch of like street slang to think of, like, try to create some amalgamation of street slang that could give that we're like where fighting folks should go.
Sure.
Basically, just short message of, if you're a fighter, head to this general area. It doesn't, not like something specific, but something that would be, I guess, a big enough area that we could scoop them up when they got there.
Like a local name for
exactly.
For
like
bar,
super local, as much like slang jargon as I could throw in.
Yeah.
It's lit fam, no cap, like fucking just as much bullshit as I can, like just as unintelligible to somebody who's not from here as possible.
Yeah. You tell me. I think that is doable and very reasonable. Tell me what it is. And where they're going.
Fuck's sake. Creative brain and juice fails me at this time. Hold on, this might help. Where is on the map of a tour? Because I figure, locals will fucking give slang names to like most areas, right? Especially if it is like anywhere where kind of like rich people are, or folks that may be at least vaguely. Goddamn.
So you got it? Are you trying to have them meet in like?
Yeah, I'm trying to give them the general area of like, if we are in kind of the center of the city where Nighthold is, the Crimson Monastery is kind of to our north and east from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get them to to head towards the area that is to the southwest.
So
of
kind of
the
like
monastery.
Yeva Bazaar area.
Yeah,
in that
kind of
area.
Bizarre area.
So yeah, I would think that Gandolin, being a street rat, robbing some people there, like stealing their goods. A lot of rich people shop there. A lot of affluent markets closer to the Crimson Monastery that soaks up a lot of that business. Probably calls it the gold mines.
Yeah. Trying to think what slang would be for soldiers. I'm just gonna go with one of the first things that comes to the head is like corpse boots.
Okay.
Like they're walking dead. So basically, that's the whole plan for them. Just like any corpse boots meet near the any corpse boots left, make your way to the gold mines.
Okay. You're asking Decad.
I'm asking Decad to skywrite that new message.
Yeah, all right, I got you.
Let's start heading that
Awesome.
direction.
Yeah.
You see him start giving out orders. People start walking out of the back of the building, side doors and stuff, out of this building as troops are gathered right here. This group of about 140 splits off into different groups of 20 or 30. Start walking out below. Decad, you take your time to cast that spell, riding it into the sky. This Karnathi slang hovering above the city. Where are you two going after that?
So we're going to the opposite side of where they're convening, right? To slip her in the back while they distract. Because they're going to see that people are mobilizing. That's going to be the focus of attack.
I mean, that's where we are going to be coming from there. Nikita and her mages are going to be coming from kind of to the north of where we are going, where the Crimson Monastery, where we were earlier. They'll be to the north of there and coming towards it.
So we're heading that way.
That is where we'll be going along with these soldiers. Yes.
No. We're going with the mages. That's
Why?
a suicide mission.
The mages are going to be in the same place, basically. I'm having the soldiers position there so that they won't be right up against the enemy. That they will hopefully be able to convene relatively unnoticed. And then we'll be marching to the Crimson Monastery to provide martial support for the mages.
All right.
They need people who don't have magic and can just give them the space they need. If she thinks she can disrupt this ritual, we got to give her the space to do so. I have no fucking... I still am kind of iffy on who you are. This isn't your city. You're not from here. I'm not going to ask you to come.
Well, I mean, not doing anything else.
We should get the fuck out of here.
Who? Oh, is that the fucking onion?
You just
Onion.
hear-
Fucking weird onion. Last stop is going to be over at Nighthold. You really? Okay, whatever. Last stop anyway is going to be over at Nighthold while those people start convening. I know they need troops to kind of keep this place as safe as they can. And to see if they have anything to spare. We'll need every sword, spear, shield, anything that can't be spared.
Yeah. All right. I wish I would have known that the city was going to get sieged today. I wouldn't have, prepared spells for a pit fight.
Is there even any kind of fighting pit here within HR?
Are you guys headed? Where are you guys walking to?
I'm heading over towards Nighthold. Like I said, I'm gonna see if they have anything to spare from search parties and defending. If they've got anything, every little bit counts.
Yeah, you don't know about some underground fighting around here. It's not legal, but
I'm just kind of thinking about like the name that I think I saw, and I'm just like fighting. I'm just kind of thinking of how the logical progression of how he got from fighting there to going to fight underground fighting pits here, and I was like, ooh. Hard times. Anyway.
You get to the gates. You know the passcode for them to let you in.
Survivor.
Open the gates for you,
She
let you in.
says, hey, I am here, survivor.
As I walk into this guy, I'm like, Yakov or Yana, are either of the two of them around still?
Yes, your group was talking to them. They were somewhere inside. Last I saw, they were in medical triage on the 2nd floor.
Good, they made it here. Awesome. All right, thank you. Trying to start walking over.
Quick couple of questions. You find your way into a bedroom full of your friends.
Is Yana
Nice.
in there with them still?
Yana's not in there.
I was beelining for her first.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you'll see her. She's out there calming people down after the clusterfuck that was the first skywriting. But sort of giving direction, getting people back in line sort of deal, sort of out in the main area.
Hey.
Good alive. This is good.
So far, anyway.
You just know every woman in charge in this place?
It has been a long day.
Shit, I gotta hang out with you after this is all over.
Whatever. Okay. Listen, Yana. I know shit is bad here and that y'all are doing what you can. Are there any troops left here that you guys can spare? Anything?
The 6 at the gate aren't going to be doing much for longer. If they need to be somewhere else, you can take them. There are others out in the city right now on rescue missions. They should be back. They're trying to bring back people. I would not want to take more than half their party. They're going out in groups of 3 to 4.
We got to keep people moving out of the city. I don't want to hamper that. I just need what can be spared.
Well, they're traveling in numbers for safety, so I can spare
Ideally-
all but one out of them. I will take their team leads from you and still use them to evacuate people. You can have the others.
Ideally, the undead will have more pressing matters than going from house to house, so hopefully as long as they're being relatively quiet, they should be able to keep going. Okay.
Safety against this is a mindset anyways. Right.
Yeah. Alright, thank you. If you could, as they come back in, start flagging them down.
Should they meet you at the gates then?
Yeah,
Your
think
friends are here. I'm sorry. Your friends are here up on the 2nd floor. Seeker Koslov is taking care of them at the moment with some injuries that they have.
Koslov is here.
Including...
That is good news. That means we have more than just Nikita. Okay. Good.
I don't want you to be blindsided when you walk in. You do have a fallen member.
I've been made aware. Thank you.
Very well.
Okay.
We are expecting the other groups to be back within
perfect.
an hour and a half or so.
Nod to her again. I guess we'll head up that way now.
Okay. Up the stairs. Quickly let in. The door opens. Shining Vanguard, you see Gandwin plus an older orc at the door.
Milo was probably turning to go find Gandalin anyway, because that was his plan. So he's halfway to the door or whatever, and just
open the door.
Gandalin!
Standing there.
Hey,
Holy fuck, what the hell are you?
shit.
pulled into giant hug.
Hey, hold on. Little banged up. Please don't break anything.
Yeah.
Aren't we all at this point?
I am not made of metal.
New friend?
Seems like it. At the very least, he's happy to kill Yidril's undead, so good enough for me for now.
New friend.
Here for a fight and getting a fight.
Y'all look like dog shit, to be frank.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're all running on low.
Yidril has seized the monastery already, unfortunately.
Right.
Hopefully, it appears that he seems to wish to reason with Malevenor, so hopefully that will stall him for a bit longer. Me and The cod
Yeah.
gesturing
God,
at the orc.
Jesus.
The jade fist, yeah. Stopped by the gulag. We were able to find Nikita. Far as I can tell, she seems game, if not super excited about saving people for the good of it. At the very least, it serves her own best interest to keep, best way to keep her own power.
Whatever.
She's gathering some of her mages. And is going to be
What's the
heading over.
plan for us?
I think you guys need to go.
You just want to abandon the city? Or
I think that as a gesture at the group, I think in your current state that you guys can't do a ton right now anyway. Better to have a backup plan. This doesn't
you
work.
say you guys.
Yep.
Are you not implying you would be coming with us?
Correct.
Gandalf, I knew you were stupid, but come on.
I still got some gas in the tank. Whatever that means. Whether gas or tank. I've got it.
Still got
some steam in the engine.
Some steam in the engine, sure. Yeah, that there's I still got a little more. I still got some energy in the crystal.
You still got some children in the gym. There you go.
Dear God. But yeah. These guys are shook up enough as it is. They need all the help they can get.
A big metal suit, and I think I know that dwarf over there anyway, or at least his grandpa. Where's these guys? Right?
What?
If you're going, I am, and I feel like
No.
the others will say the same.
No.
Then you aren't.
If this doesn't work, whoever's there probably gonna die.
These are all just civilians, right? Can't fight at all. Been through a rough time. Probably can't make up their own mind about anything, right?
Just a bunch of blank stares from the shining vanguard.
Could you just step out?
I
fucking
loved
do.
everyone's faces right there as you said that.
I'm just gonna you could just get out for a minute. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
He just kind of waves behind them and just walks out the room.
Who the hell is that?
The
Jade
Fist.
Fist.
I don't know where he came from. Apparently knows your grandpa.
It doesn't matter who he is, he's right, Gandalf. You're not going anywhere without you, and you're not going without us. We can still fight with everything that we have.
Fucking hate that guy.
One of us has already died, Mr. Gandalf. If anybody knows it, I'm out of my depth.
Yeah.
I'd say all of us are probably.
That doesn't mean we run.
There are a lot of other problems than just Hedril that somebody has to be around to take care of. Just looking at everybody.
Who's around here to take care of this one?
All these soldiers left in this city that are gathering as we speak.
So your plan is what for a suicide run?
Nikita has some kind of plan for her and her mages. She seems to think that she can maybe fumble the ritual. Or maybe she thinks that she's a better spell slinger than Hedril, I don't know. We're going to try to basically retake, or at the very least lock down the outer perimeter of the Crimson Monastery. As far as I'm aware, there's only one entrance, or one exit. Entrance and exit, same thing.
Question, DN.
Yes.
Were the flying fortresses armed, historically speaking? Or were they just like big troop transports?
You've seen this flying fortress, Ganowin. Milo, you have seen nothing like this. This is not of war make.
Gotcha. I didn't know like what standard practice was.
I was closer up to it. Did I happen to notice any armaments, like any external armaments similar to like what we've got on the airship?
Being that close to it, no, I wouldn't say that you noticed any armaments like ballista or anything like that. The main features of it, it towered into the sky, so you couldn't see the tops of it by any means, but from what you could see, you saw that black elemental ring at the bottom just sort of constantly spinning. And you see a couple of bridges go connecting, like across the towers themselves, connecting it. Other than that, there weren't like weapons on the side. There were some windows and like barred windows and stuff on the side, but you didn't see any massive
cannons,
implements of war or anything. No.
Sick. That's good.
Less good because Milo was going to suggest capturing it and using it to blow up the Crimson Monastery.
Just drop it.
Independence
Squish
Day.
it. Hell yeah.
Damn.
That's what Artyom wanted to do the whole fucking time.
Artyom's dead. He can't talk.
Yeah, shut up.
God damn.
Can I get everybody's passive perception real quick, please?
21.
21. Okay.
Passive, not
Yes.
great.
Passive 17.
Oh shit. Okay.
19 for me.
19.
20.
20.
16.
9.
Okay.
So bad.
That 9. That took me a second. I had to register that.
Okay.
It's 10 plus your modifier, right?
Yes, sir.
And if you're
11.
trained in it. Okay. Which
No.
you're not. Okay, so 11. Gotcha. No worries. Please continue with where you were.
And end of the day, I can't make this decision for you. I'm taking one less crack at it. I can't not. I can't just send those. I can't send those men and women off to their deaths without being there with them.
I'm staying.
I have to try and get that staff.
I'm not going anywhere, lad.
Well.
You, however, might want to consider something else. I'm going to point to Jeremiah.
He jumps when you shout at you.
After Gorham says that to Jeremiah, to head off any protesting from Jeremiah, Milo will kind of, I guess, lean down since he's tall as fuck.
We won't be able to help direct any escape efforts. We are going to be tied up for a while. Do you think you and yours could focus on that for us?
Madison and the Gariel should be floating around here somewhere. They just came back from over at the Parliament building.
Garo gives you an eye.
Gariel. Madison and Zoll.
We can do that.
Not being involved in the assault doesn't mean you aren't needed.
We can also help. We can get on the front lines with some of the soldiers.
Keep things moving here. I'm about to be taking the majority of what's left here with me.
Milo will
Keep the rescue moving. And if undead show up, that's on you guys. Keep them away from the people evacuating.
Milo's gonna send using a private message just between the two of them.
There will be people here helping with the evacuation, but we don't trust anyone who didn't come with us, to be quite honest. We trust y'all. That's why we need you here.
Just nods.
Kashik's gonna get up off of the bed that she's laying on begrudgingly because it's so comfortable, and turn to face Gandolin. Hearts and souls to the cause, right?
Not just tilt his head a little bit.
We have a little bit of time before we are out of time. We should try and rest up as much we can. Get prepared. Make sure we're going in with everything we've got, because we can't afford anything less.
I agree. Seeker Kozlov speaks up. I do have several people that can tend to some wounds of yours, especially if you plan on going back to the front lines again. They can bandage up what they can. We can also take care of your friend. And she just sort of nods and beckons that's towards the washroom that RTM is in. In the meantime, take this time, regroup, and who is that? She looks behind you on the windowsill, sort of sitting there.
Oh, this is the
Pale, white, tall, gaunt, blonde-haired, rustled back in a ponytail. However, his eyes are so incredibly sunken in at this point. His face ever twisted in a slightly feral look, his fangs extended as always, as they weren't before, except for you saw him one time with them like this, sort of heavily breathing. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, and I'm sorry I'm late. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Hey.
My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble.
That's either really good or really bad.
So, thank you guys for playing with me. Thank you guys for joining us for this journey. I had a good time. I hope you did as well. We are Hard Knock Dice. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday. On Wednesdays, we run an awesome campaign called Blood and Silver, ran by our homie Milo / at Tyler Chase Games / the big nerd. His character, not well, him and his character. Don't really lie to you.
Yeah, both.
Both of them. So drop a follow if you haven't. Drop a subscribe if you're feeling so generous. However, if you are feeling generous, I do encourage you to instead donate to the charity, ! charity in the chat. Thank you so much for that. We're raising money with Extra Life. We're raising money for the Children's Hospital of Atlanta, or Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, rather. So go be a hero to someone and save a kid. Again, we're Hard Knock Dice. We're gonna raid some friends over at let's do TTRPG Academy. Let's do our friends over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get that raid started. Drop a follow if you have not yet. Drop a follow for these guys. We always like to support our fellow TTRPG homies. And is that it? Am I missing it? But follow us, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all of those good things to stay up to date with what we're doing. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturdays across Eberron at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, guys. Much love. Bye.
Bye. Thanks if he ignores me, then I'll stop.